I'm not going to let white, overprivileged men who've never had a hard day of work in their life profit
Never
off
at all.
of
Janelle, what is white and black?
I'm not upset. I'm not upset.
Because he's not saying
I'm
you
not
are.
upset for Destiny that he has a micro because he likes to be pegged by his wife. And with that, I bid you farewell because my phone is dying.
But now
Thank you very much.
Something
Hold
about,
on. Are you gonna
hold on.
I'm standing against three white men, or you're not white, Tony.
I'm not
Two white
arguing
men.
against you. I'm moderating
Why
the
am I
debate.
against you?
Okay, I want to say something. Janelle, hang on. Everyone listen to the mod. Everyone listen to the mod. For this debate. Are you familiar with this dude?
No. Wait, what's going on here? What are we doing again? Remind the audience. My audience doesn't know. They want to know.
Yeah, so this dude is like Dan Bilzerian on steroids. He's super big on Instagram. He's known for doing like Dan Bilzerian type of shit.
Wait,
And
for my audience that doesn't know who Dan Bilzerian is, what is that?
Party guy, millionaire, who does crazy shit with guns, girls, fucks a lot of chicks, exotic animals, various shenanigans like that. Yeah. But yeah, so he's like kind of a Dan Bilzerian type of character, and he wanted to debate you with Jennelle, apparently because he watched the last debate. So that's kind of the premise. But this dude is like huge on Instagram.
What are we debating about?
He said he had some disagreements with, based on your last debate with Jennelle. That's all I know. Let me text them and see where they are.
All right.
Okay, she says they're a few minutes behind.
They're both coming? Is this like a 2v1?
Sorta, I think. I kind of initially was like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, so let's just introduce me to Tony and I'll set it up. But she was like, oh, well, you know, I'd like to be there too, so.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it. I'm hyped.
Yeah, man. I hear you're retiring from the Red Pill.
Well, I figure I'm kind of done. A lot of it is kind of fallen in on itself, and like the political season is picking up for me, so I'm kind of angling back there.
Did you watch the Republican primary debates?
Yeah.
Who do you think had the best performance?
The best, I think, coming from where they were and then where they wound up, probably, is it Vivek or whatever?
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah, because he made a name for himself with everybody. I think Haley did really good. Nikki Haley did good. I think Pence had a decent performance. I think those three are probably your big winners, or if there were any winners, your winners. Yeah.
Yeah, Pence had one good moment where he kind of spanked, I believe, Vivek.
Yeah, in the last half, everybody kind of took turns spanking. He got really f***ed in the last part. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was kind of going in on him, which is interesting because he's only like third or fourth place. But no one actually went after Trump, with a small exception of Chris Christie, who kind of did the.
Nikki Haley kind of did too, I think. Who?
They all said that they would still support him even if he gets convicted.
Yeah, they'd still support him, but.
He's a Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you? I like the Weasley shit that Ron DeSantis did when they asked him about climate change. They're like, yo, climate change is one of the most important issues of our generation. So how do you view this? And he's like, yeah, you know, the problem is the corporate media because they're just completely changes the topic, like not addresses climate change at all.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes since they just want their talking points, yeah.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good. Nice to meet you, Tony.
Nice to meet you guys too.
Hey, how's it going?
For sure. This is Destiny. This is Tony. Okay, is Jennelle gonna be joining or she's just chilling backstage?
So she's supposed to be coming to our office. I'm at our office here, and she's supposed to be coming here. So, but the question is, do you want her sitting next to me? I would prefer to be alone, and then she could just be on her own side.
Yeah, I think that would be better too. Do you think she would be upset if we start now and then she just joins when she gets here?
I'm looking right at her.
Oh, okay. There we go. All right,
She's
never mind.
walking in. I just see her right now. I just saw her walk in from the street.
Tony, is this like your first YouTube debate type of interaction?
Yeah, never had one before.
Yeah, that's
She
interesting.
convinced me. She's like really pushing for this.
Mm-hmm.
So can you guys tell me about you guys just before we start? Like, I know who you guys are, because I honestly don't even know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do like online politics, debate stuff, social stuff, basically. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah.
My name is Alex. I like long walks on the beach, sunsets. No, I mean, I have a channel that's dedicated to giving sex, dating, and relationships advice. We do self-improvement, and we do debates. I like to host debates and participate in debates myself. This one I will not be participating. I'll just be moderating. But yeah, I don't know. I do all kinds of things on my channel, but it's primarily centered around dating, sex, and self-improvement. All right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you catch any of that?
I'm gonna go get her. She's outside. Hold on.
All right.
You've really never heard of Tony before?
No, but that doesn't mean anything. I keep to my corner of the internet. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Seems like that's the case. Did you ever hear of me before we did our first debate?
Nope.
Okay.
But like, I don't know who like Cardi B is. I hear people talk about that a lot. I'm pretty sure she's a rapper, twerker girl, right? I just.
I don't know much about her. I don't really follow like rap or hip hop or anything like that. No Jumper World. I don't really follow any of that. I don't care. I don't care about rappers. I don't care about like any of that unless it's music.
Yeah, we have like the whole room.
Okay, perfect. This is all set up?
Yeah, I set it all up.
You set up?
Yeah.
How are you? I didn't even
Good.
know.
Hi.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It's been a busy
So,
day.
how do you guys want to do it?
I think probably the easiest would be if Janelle opens it up on a different browser, and I mean, it's up to you guys. If you want to sit together, that's fine. But I think if she just,
I think it's better if she does a browser because that way you have your face on there.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna go on her browser right now. So go on there and join us.
okay.
Perfect.
Destiny, how's Tony's
They were
audio?
just telling me
Damn
about
Bilzerian on
themselves,
steroids,
but I
Lola.
really don't know.
You have no idea.
No, I have
Where
no
should
idea
sit?
who's
Should I sit
who.
here or over there?
I think over there,
Over there. Okay.
like
Like right here?
yeah, right here is good.
All right. Yes. Got the link. I'm gonna use the probably.
Yeah, go for it.
It's fine.
Tony, you have quite a few fans in my audience. When I scheduled this debate, I had several people hit me up on WhatsApp. Oh my God, you got Tony on?
Well, yeah, I know a lot of people. Yeah.
So many chicks.
Yeah, they're gonna have fun.
Okay, I got it.
So before we start, just so I know who's who, I don't want to say who are you or anything like that. I kind of like want to know who's who. So do you want to give me a little background about both?
Yeah, we actually did when your audio cut out, but we'll just do it again. So I'm the moderator, so I'm not going to be involved in debate. I'm just going to be moderating and hosting. I run a channel about dating, self-improvement, sexual scenarios and whatnot. I give advice. I host debates. I participate in debates, stuff like that. Destiny is a very popular streamer, probably one of the most popular ones. He talks mainly about politics, but he also talks about red pill type of stuff and dating and relationships as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Wi-Fi I should log
That's
on
fine.
to. Are you on
I'm not on Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Your phone should be good. Now, I get a lot of phone calls on my phone, man. What do I do about that? No.
Oh, you're doing this on your phone?
Not disturb. I could go.
I would turn on do not disturb.
Okay, let me figure out how do you do that? I've never done.
I'll show you. I'm just trying my internet.
Tony, you don't have like a computer or laptop you could use?
I just don't have one here. No, I have
Okay,
one.
no, it's fine. It's fine. We can move forward.
I actually do have a laptop. Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Not
there
too
we
loud.
go.
There.
I just
Do not disturb is on, so I think we're good.
Let
Okay.
me use the other phone because sometimes the Wi-Fi is not working on this one. I'm Verizon. I don't know what's going on. What are you?
I'm on Verizon.
You are?
Yeah, and it's fine.
Let me try again.
Is my picture good?
You look fine. I mean, it's kind of tilted up, but you got your slogan in the background, so it makes sense.
I don't want the slogan. Really don't want it. But,
Okay, so then you want to tilt the phone down then?
Oh wait, Alex, you know I'm live streaming, right?
Yeah. I
Okay.
know.
All right, just making sure. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I was just about to drop the N-bomb, but
No, shut up. All right. We only do that off stream anyway.
Okay, so you want it down more? Is that better?
Yeah, we have some feedback. Hang on. Okay, I think it's from Janelle's end. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Well, she's got her here. Hold on.
Okay. If you guys are sitting close to each other, that'll be an issue because the audio will bounce back and forth if you guys are physically close to each other.
Is it better? You can go to the next office. Yeah, that's even better.
You'll have to go to the next office, yeah, because otherwise
yeah.
it'll just mess up.
Okay, I'm going. Can I take one of these?
Yeah, take whatever you want. You want to take
yours,
water?
Tony. Yeah, I want to take.
So this is like your studio, Tony, or what? Where you at?
This is our headquarter office.
Cool.
Where
What,
we-
you know, one thing I don't know is what exactly do you for work? I know you have a lot of money. I know you party a lot, but what's your business?
Yeah, so I do all kinds of different things. I owned probably about 19 different nightclubs, restaurants. I owned nutritional products, hair products, different types of products. Currently invested in a company that sells STD testings and testosterone testings. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
So we have a 25,000 square foot office here in Newport Beach.
Cool. Awesome. What's up, guys? We are live. So we got debate of the century for you here today. Graciously put on by PWF. We got Tony. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Toutouni or
No, it's Toutouni. So
Toutouni.
Toutouni.
Businessman. Super big on Instagram. Bangs a lot of girls. Drives a lot of cars. Has a bunch of exotic animals. Most of you guys have probably heard of him. You know Destiny. He's been on his channel a million times. One of the most popular Twitch streamers and, well, actually now YouTube streamers. And Jennelle, she's also been on here quite a few times. So anyway, so I think since Tony and Jennelle, since you guys initiated this round of the debate, I believe, Jennelle, you said that Tony had some disagreements with Destiny. I think it would make the most sense for Tony to kick it off and kind of give his, I guess, disagreements, and then we can go into a free-form format from there.
Hold on. I'm not really quite sure on the disagreements here. So I don't really listen to Destiny or know much, only very short clips that I've seen from Janelle. I'm here. You guys want to debate something? I'm more than happy to be involved in answering or giving you my viewpoint. So if I believe
I'll start it off
really between
just a little bit.
Janelle and
Yeah, so I'll start it off because Tony's a very busy man, obviously. Like, he's only seen a few things that I had kind of showed him or things that I said. I think some of the things that I brought up to Tony, and I was like, man, I needed you here for this one. And I think one of the main things I said was, this is just the first one that came off the top of my head. I said something about you guys trying to discredit me because I had implants or something like that, or I had, or something like that, that most of the conversations was more like, oh, saying my business is a scam, or I have implants, or that's just, most of it wasn't like any sound arguments. It was just like rolling and kind of like putting me down, which is like something my eight-year-old would do. So I think I mentioned that to him, and then that's what Tony and I started talking. He said, oh, well, you should have said A, B, and C, or something along. And then I was saying some of the viewpoints that you had in regards to men and women's and gender roles and things like that. And that's kind of how we started talking.
What does your boobs have to do with what you do for a living?
Let me kind of clarify that. So
wait. No, hold on. Let me clarify that. So to be clear, I put forth a sound argument against everything that was brought up. The only time I brought up anything related to your job or career, I don't think I ever brought up your boobs or implants, or if I did, I don't remember that. But it was towards the very end, I think, where either Alex or you asked me for final closing thoughts on you or your business or what you did.
You're 60% sure she's a scam or something like that.
Yeah, pretty sure. And then I've got even more emails that have like claimed more or less the same. But I'm not like that interested in doing that research. So yeah, I don't know. But
I just find that so funny that was like your closing arguments, that my business is a scam. But yeah, I run
but it had to do with sorry, I just cut you off. So keep going.
Yeah, it had to, it's just like a real man would never like put down a woman who's minority, first of all, who's a single mother who raises her son in the 7th most affluent area on the planet and does it without being a prostitute. And
I don't know why
Hold
you
on,
think I would
Janelle,
care
just
about
one
any of
second. Can
those
I
things.
just got to say something on this one.
go ahead.
I don't think your all the things that you said has anything to do with what he believes that your business is. I believe that's his belief. I mean, everybody has an opinion. It's like an asshole. Everyone has one. So if that's his belief, I don't think you should be upset at him for giving you his belief. That's just his belief.
It just seemed like it was like the only thing that he could really come up with, like, to in a closing argument without any, like, I don't know. It just it's fine to say that someone has a belief, but I don't know any alpha men that would point a finger at a woman who's actually, and I love that he laughs about that.
I'm
Who,
laughing
like,
because I treat you as a human being. I don't care that you're a woman. That makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. You say
just
something dumb, I'm
I
gonna
would
say it's
never
dumb. I don't
I
just because
would
you're a
never
woman has
hear
nothing to do with that. What you're talking about are
I
simps. You're looking for a simp
okay.
to agree with you just because you're a woman. Being
No,
an
I'm
alpha
not.
male has nothing to do
Tony's
with
not
just
a
agreeing to a woman. What do you mean?
Tony's not a simp, and
Well,
he
he's
knows
not.
I
I
work
don't
with.
think he's calling me that, Janelle. You're putting
No,
words
I
in his
know, but
mouth.
I'm not saying that, love. I'm saying I work with Dr. Barr. You know Dr. Barr personally, and you've worked with her. You even made a video. So Tony would never look at me and say, like, "Oh, your business is a scam," when he knows that I work with one of the best doctors in Newport Beach. So, like, this, Tony would never accuse me of something like that, which I think is just so kind of childish.
Tony
And
might
I
have
think
way
that was
more information about you than I do. I don't know. Maybe
he
Tony knows a
doesn't.
ton
He
about you.
probably no. He just knows less. But I'm just saying, it's a very simpish thing to do, to be like, oh, I think your business is a scam, and
Wait,
for
did
your
you just
you
copy
bring
my word and use it in a way that doesn't make sense? How does
and
me
to bring your
accusing
girl on to battle me, since you were too afraid to battle me in the first place solo.
I literally had a solo conversation with you. Secondly, thirdly, I've talked to so many people in my life. I don't know why you think you would be the one that I'm afraid
I
of
don't
talking
think
to.
battles are. I think a debate is not a battle. I think we're not in a war here. It's a debate. Two different people, two different opinions. Janelle, I think. I mean, you're my friend. I want to side with you on some things, but first of all, we have to figure out what the problem is here. What is the problem between you two? Why you guys are what are you guys even debating about that is two different opinions on?
I think that Destiny thinks that the more approach to relationships that requires there being a separate masculine and feminine polarity and balance, he doesn't agree with that. He thinks that, women should and men should just be interchangeable, which I do agree that there's a team, but there's always like a hierarchy in everything in life. And I don't think a relationship is any different. And so he's kind of come down fairly hard. He's definitely more leftist, more liberal. I'm obviously more conservative, more right. So I think that's kind of been the basis of all of our debates. And
all right. Well, let me just tell you, I'm not left or right. I'm right in the center. So I'm like I mean, I could try to help both of you guys figure this out, but I'm not a lefty or a righty. So
yeah, that makes sense.
You guys sure you want me on here, because I'm right in the middle here with everything.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's one of the main premises. Destiny, maybe you can expand on why you thought that Janelle was, why you said that she's 60% chance that she's a scammer.
I've just gotten a lot of emails that the way that she talks about her military history is super sus. The way that she describes her early life is like super sus. That like that just I've just got so, but I haven't like invested. Maybe you could argue it's not fair for me to bring up those accusations if I'm not willing to like dig into them. But based on the things that she said here, based on all the emails and the separate reports I saw, it seems like there's a lot of like super sus stuff about her.
What are some of the things that she said here that you found sus?
I was in the military.
Yeah, one person emailed me, and I don't know, because I don't know a lot of military slang. I know like some like MOS. I know they use a lot of abbreviations for shit or whatever. But some guy emailed me and said that the way that you reference your military time sounded 100% like a civilian person. That like a military-esque person would have never said some of the things. But I have no idea. I'd have to go and check.
Yeah. Well, I was in 95 Bravo. I served in the United States Army. I actually got accepted into the Air Force, and because it takes a lot more intellect to get into the Air Force at that time in my life, I needed somewhere to go. I needed somewhere to go quick. And so I was talked into the Army by my brother-in-law. So anyways, next, this is like,
but regardless, Janelle, here, the main point is Destiny's a man. And yeah. I know me as a man, I don't listen to what other people say, especially internet trolls. That's the one thing I don't listen to. So whether if you heard Destiny that she's this or this and that by a bunch of internet guys, I don't think it's fair for you to go and attack her business, not knowing whether or not it's a scam or not. And listen, I'm not saying that she is a scam artist or she's not a scam artist. I don't know. I genuinely don't know, but regardless, I wouldn't ever know. I wouldn't ever attack someone and say things based on what other people are telling me. These days, everyone talks and everyone just wants to break someone down. And I focus personally on positive things in life. And I don't think as a man, you should be attacking someone in a negative way when you don't know the facts. I think that's just a fair statement on my end. I don't
sure.
know how you feel.
We had like a whole normal conversation, argument, debate, or whatever our things. And at the very end, I think it was asked like what my overall impression of her was. And that's.
And you're entitled, and you are 100% entitled to that opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think
she's entitled to voice her opinion about you.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah,
100%. It's very.
And I don't
think,
Janelle, you should be upset if a man, and I've heard you say a few times alpha. A man's, whether an alpha or not, he's a man, and you're a woman, and you guys are both entitled to your opinions.
Well, yeah, and everyone's entitled.
And if you want to address your opinion about him, you should.
Well, the thing is, my whole point.
And I don't think I don't think he's going to get mad at you.
I really don't care if he does, but I would never get mad at someone that said in a perfect world that their life might have been better without their son being in it. So that's something else from the first interview. But going off of what Tony just said.
Well, he's laughing. Let's hear. He obviously.
What is this?
But let me finish my point of view, please, or my thought. What I was simply saying, Tony, is what you said. I don't think any man who really gives a crap about, like, why would a man, alpha or not, bring up some bullshit emails, fan mails from trolls who want to F me but could never have the chance. So like that, what your point, that was my point.
I mean, you
like,
could just ask me. You could say like, why would you, I don't know why you keep doing this real man shit. Like I'm looking for like masculine validation from you.
I just think
I have no idea who you are. Why do you think I would care about this? But you could just ask me, Destiny, why would you bring this up? And my answer is going to be because in the course of our conversation, I feel like you say things that are not only untrue, but are incredibly harmful. And I'm worried that somebody might take some of the crazy things you've said about sex or some of the crazy things you've said about women's bodies or whatever to heart.
Let's hear what those are. I like to know. Can I know what those are?
Yeah, well, let me just start.
Let's let Jennelle respond, and then we'll move it towards.
Okay. Yeah, let him answer. Let him talk.
Well, yeah, let me respond to
Destiny. What are the? Hold on, Jennelle.
Tony, wait. We'll get there. I promise. That's gonna be
Jennelle,
next thing.
what are the crazy things that she said?
We'll have him answer that right after that. But he did talk about Jennelle. She's entitled to respond. Right after that, he will outline those things. Go ahead, Jennelle.
Yeah, I just think that, it's very cute for you to say all the things you said about me and without even knowing the facts. If you had the opportunity to read a bunch of emails from trolls who want to sleep with me but would never have the chance, you could have at least done some research on my business and what I do and how many hundreds of thousands of couples and marriages I've saved who were on the brink of divorce. And the fact that you're not properly educated on sex and the body because you're a gamer.
Hundreds of thousands of
marriages. Hold on.
You could at least pick a realistic number, but go ahead.
Hold on. Let me keep going. Because just because that your reach is that you teach a bunch of nerds in their basements how to be better at gaming, and that's what you do, doesn't mean that what I do, where I actually help people heal from sexual trauma, get over issues like PED, inorgasmic women. People come to my marriage or my retreats on the verge of divorce and I save their marriage. Like, these are the real facts. And if you actually did your homework, you would learn that. But instead you sit in your basement and teach a bunch of nerds who can't get laid how to be better at gaming. And you think you're so cool. Like, this is just like silliness to me.
I agree.
I mean, what are you really doing to offer the world? You're just making more simps in the world.
Making more simps?
We
just
got
picking a random word. Well, I think Tony's question was, what were some of the things that she was saying that I thought were
he didn't want to answer that one. That's funny.
Wait, you didn't
I
ask me
think
a
that's.
question. Wait, what is the
I
question?
said,
What
what
am
are
I
you
doing for the
doing?
world?
What are you doing for the world other than creating more simps and more people who live in their
what I
basements and
do,
plan their
my
games?
goal on the internet is I feel like my process of arriving at political truths or political knowledge is grounded in a very healthy philosophical epistemic view of the world. And I want to share that thought process with other people. So when people engage
Okay.
with media or when people engage with politics, they do it with a more critical lens. Because I feel like right now, those types of voices are really absent from political landscapes. That's what I do in the world.
Okay.
So that might
Okay.
involve investing
And put
tens of
down
thousands of dollars into
single
canvassing.
mothers.
Wait, hang on.
I don't care if you're black, trans, a single mom, a double mom. None of that matters to me.
BS.
If you say
BS.
something,
BS.
okay.
You don't even tag me on our videos that I come on, being the woman, being the underdog, having the least amount of followers.
You're looking.
You don't even tag me, yet you tag a white male.
Honey,
Right
I don't know
in front
why
of
you
you.
keep asking about you being a woman or single mom. None of that has anything to
Because
do with anything
you
I
tagged
do.
Alex. I come on your platforms for free. You guys get to make money and cash and all the stuff you do. You're getting
To
paid
charge
on
an
YouTube.
appearance fee. I don't do my
No,
titles.
I'm
That's what
just
my
saying, like,
YouTube guy
you
does.
tagged Alex. Why was it not important to tag me?
If he didn't
I'm
tag
not
you, it's
as-
probably because he felt like you don't have
No,
enough presence in
you,
YouTube
no,
algorithms. I don't run my
you.
YouTube channel, dear.
Well,
Just like
I
you probably
asked-
haven't typed every single word on your website. Other people work for us.
I asked Alex to have you tag it. Did
Oh,
you
wait,
ask him?
that's my bad. I forgot to communicate.
Exactly. All right, Tony. With
Okay,
this,
Alex is the
I'm going to
misogynistic
leave
one.
you guys.
Janelle,
I'm
let
going
me
to
ask
leave
you,
you.
why are you
No. You guys enjoy. I don't need to be here. I don't need to be here.
She has hundreds of thousands of marriages to save.
No,
Okay.
I see you don't value me as a woman. I can't even get
No,
a
I don't
tag,
value
yet
you as a
I'm making-
person. It has something to
I'm
do
not
with you
gonna
being a
let-
woman.
I'm not
I
going
don't
to
know
let
anything you
white
being a
men
woman has anything to do with
profit
it.
over me. I'm not going to let white overprivileged men who've never had a hard day of work in their life profit
Never
off
had a
of me.
Janelle,
hard
what
day
is
of
white
work
and
at your
white,
life.
black, or yellow, or green?
You said you went to work in Thailand at 18. What are you
I asked
talking
him.
about?
I
What does
asked
Destiny's color have to do
Alex.
with this, though?
I
What does-
asked him. I
Yeah,
asked him.
I forgot. I meant to do it. I have like a million things on my plate.
I forgot. Exactly. You have a million things on your plate, but you sure as hell had enough opportunity to set out this because you know Tony's famous and you wanted your channel to be boosted because Tony has way more following than both of y'all put together.
Well, what does that have to do with anything? Can we get can we talk about the debate here?
Yeah, I say we get back to the actual.
This is the problem.
I'm just a normal guy. I just want to.
Let's get back to the
This
initial
is the
debate
problem.
proposition.
They're using me, and I don't want to be used. So have your team tag me, please. Thank you. That's all
Janelle,
I'm
you were the
saying.
one that messaged me
August, do
saying,
not tag her.
"Set up
August,
this
do not
debate."
tag her in this
You
video.
reached out to me
Okay.
about this
All
debate.
right. Bye, Alex. I heard what
You only
Destiny
get tagged
said.
if you're in
Bye.
at least 45% of the video.
Whatever.
Janelle,
I did.
I don't know how
did
this
two
works for
other
you.
videos with
He
you.
messaged me saying, "Hey, can you set up this debate?" How the fuck why did you set up this debate? It's like, dude.
Okay.
And
Janelle,
I asked you. Yes.
Hold
Tony.
on. Can everybody just stop for 1 minute? One minute, please.
Go ahead.
I'll listen to the only man here, Tony. I got
Okay,
you.
no, I'm not an only man. I think that let's. Okay, hold on. I'm going to speak very logically, and Janelle, I don't want you to get upset at me because I'm being very honest, and my honesty can upset a lot of people, and because
Yeah,
I'm honest,
it's fine.
and I disagree with my mother, and I don't talk to my sister because I'm an honest person. Okay,
I
so I'm
got
going to
you.
be very honest. Okay, so you guys got to listen to me. Okay, for 1 second. First of all, I'm coming on here as a regular person, and I'm trying to be helpful to everyone. That's number one. Number two, I think you're a great person. You have a good heart, Janelle. You say a lot of things. You know, I as a person, I think you're a good person. Now, with that said, I think a lot of the things that you brought up today are really irrelevant for the whole debate and the conversations that you guys are having. I think a lot of things are irrelevant. I think there are some things that, you know, I don't even like hearing. Like you guys are white people, whether they're white, black, yellow, or green. Those are all irrelevant. I think as a mature people, those things should not be talked about. I don't think it's right to talk like this. You guys are having a debate. You guys are disagreeing on things. You guys are both entitled to your opinions. I think you are very hurt because Destiny has said some things about your career. However, you can defend yourself here now, and you can sit there and talk to him in a mature way without using anything, all these different words, and explain to him some of your ways of helping people, and maybe you can make him understand better so that instead of him having an opinion about you that is negative, that could be more positive. I think in general, humans should always focus on the positive things rather than attacking one another. Okay? Now, after doing that, if you guys still disagree, then you just part ways and go on. There's no reason for you guys to sit there and attack one another. But then, in the same way, I believe you both are entitled to your opinions.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
I agree with you. But the whole
So
point that I
instead of
brought
getting
up
upset, I'm going to leave, I'm done. No, sit there as a mature person and tell him why you believe, because this is all stemming from what he calling you a scam artist.
it's
Why
less
do
than
you
that. I
believe?
don't.
Wait,
Why do you?
let me just say something. So there's two directions this can go in. Number one is it can keep going this direction where it's like personal type of thing, or number two, it can go in the direction what Tony said earlier, where Destiny
Right,
talks about
the
the
debate.
harmful things that he thinks that Jennelle said. So I'm open to you.
Let me just pause
decide
right
which
here
direction.
because this is very important. I don't want to continue because I don't want my time to be wasted anymore if he's not even willing to tag me. I have a
think
trip
they
to the
tagged you.
Maldives. Hold
don't
on.
think-
Let me finish. I have a trip to the Maldives with attendees that are paying a lot of money to come and me help them figure out their sexual challenges in their marriage. I leave in 3 days. So I need to be home packing and do other things. If you won't even grab me the courtesy of tagging me in videos when my son's with a nanny, I need to be packing and preparing for my retreat, then why would I want to stay and talk about anything? That's my whole point. You say, Tony, be human. Be human. Treat me, if it's not about race, it's not about being a woman.
Janelle, just stop for 1 second. I don't want to be tagged. I don't care about tagging. This
You
is not
don't.
about a tagging issue. This is about you guys having a debate. And
You don't because you have a platform, darling.
I don't think you should worry about tagging. Who
I don't
cares
care about
tagging? I don't.
I care.
That's
I'm trying to
irrelevant.
grow my
All right,
platform.
okay, hang on. I'm going to jump in once again. Okay, so first of all, Destiny does not manage his own YouTube shit. I know that for a fact. So I'm sure he'd be more than happy to tag you. He just didn't know. I personally always tag you, right? Because I
So that was a misunderstanding,
You do.
Janelle. He will tag you. Can we go on with the next thing?
Yeah, he's not trying to exploit you.
Let's go on with the next thing. Okay, he will tag you.
I don't want to talk about my business. I don't really care. If I really cared about that, I would want to debate it. But I know
But
that
you
when
are
I do-
debating. You're debating
I just-
why he's calling you a scammer. He's giving you a
It's
chance.
just that it seemed childish.
explain
It
yourself.
seemed childish. I don't. My
So
whole
you're
point
upset
is-
that he attacked you in a childish manner. That is what you're saying.
My point is, I don't think he does. Even I've heard from multiple people in the red pill community that he doesn't have sound arguments.
What's
he
a
just
red
goes
pill
in
community?
circles.
I keep hearing this. I don't even know what a red pill community is. Can someone explain that to me?
Tony, I love you. Okay.
It's a bunch of weird. Look, I think Tony asked a good question earlier, which is, what are some of the harmful things that Destiny thinks that Jennelle says? I think that's going to make the conversation a little bit less personal and a little bit more interesting. So why don't we? Move on?
Exactly. I don't
What
really
is the
care
red
what
pill
a
community?
YouTuber-
Someone please help. I'm fucking stupid.
Tony, have you ever seen The Matrix?
Don't even remember it.
Sure. There's a scene where Morpheus offers the red pill, which is to wake you up to reality. There's an online community called the Red Pill, and they're waking you up to the reality that society is lying to you about like gender norms related to dating and stuff like that. That's like the Red Pill community.
That's a very charitable way of explaining it, but
That's
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not interested in the crazy community. Who is these crazy communities?
That is the Red Pill community. I was just
That is
explaining
like-
what
So are
Like-
you? Who's red here? Who's red?
Andrew Tate is like ultimate red pill. He's
he's
Andrew Tate is
denounced the red pill.
Well,
Andrew
now
Tate's
he's denounced the Red Pill, but
Well,
But
now
anyway.
he is. Now he.
But
does.
let's let Destiny answer the initial question, which again by Tony was a good question. What are some of the things that Jennelle says that you think are harmful?
So initially, now I don't know, she's even done this in this conversation where she'll say something kind of like walk it back. So I think she changed her opinion on this in the debate, but initially in the debate, she was making it sound like women's vaginas permanently change shape if they've had a lot of sexual partners.
A woman who's been ran through, guys can tell it, and they'll tell you, hey, it was not worth it. It was not worth hitting it. Not at all, because there was no elasticity.
Okay, hold on.
Oh
You're
my God,
trolling.
that's
Wait,
not
wait,
even
stop.
true.
You're trolling me. Do you think there's a
It's
difference?
not
Wait. Do you think there's a difference? What?
Are you guys are literally not even going here. You actually think that that's a myth?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, hold on. You've had You've had a child.
Correct. And let me tell you, if I told you the things that I've done to work that area of my body and the things I do on a daily basis, you would be shocked.
Okay, you don't have to do those things for your vagina to go back to normal.
I'm not saying it doesn't go back to normal, but normal is not quote good enough, because we know the stats on women's O's. Women are not orgasming.
Wait, women's
Most
orgasms have nothing to do with atrophying vaginas or being ran through.
Muscles, yes, they do. They actually do. If your muscles aren't tight, I'm not talking about a clit. Oh, by the way, that's the most common O and the least satisfactory for women. I'm talking about internal wall, real real orgasm.
Okay.
So you can't get those if you have loose walls. This is actually science. This is facts.
Yes,
and so if you have been run through,
wait. What is the difference? Do you think there's a difference in the vagina power between being ran through by 50 different dicks or having one guy fuck you 50 times?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because because if a woman is in a relationship with a guy for 1 year, has she been ran through?
Okay. First of all, no, because she's with one person. So no, she's not.
Right.
Wait, how does the vagina detect whether it's a different dick each time or the same dick every time?
The amount of sex that women are having, when they're promiscuous or 304s, as y'all call them,
I don't call them that.
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
way less than a woman in a relationship.
Yeah, women in
guarantee
relationships
it.
have
I
way more sex than
guarantee
single
it.
women.
I actually never said that.
You absolutely said that. And then when I challenged you on what if you f- the same guy 200 times, then it seems like you changed to like, oh, well, it doesn't matter, I guess.
You said, were they a whore or not? And then, and that's what we were talking about.
No,
Your
we
vagina,
were very,
you don't,
very...
No. You don't have a vagina, darling. So you don't know how it works.
I don't know why you would imagine having a vagina means you know how it works. I'm sure if you do women's education, there's
Correct.
plenty
Most
of women that don't know how to...
They don't. Correct.
Thank you. You can already say you just pivoted on that point again, right? So that's what
I'm saying,
right?
I know. This woman knows. I'm not talking about other
Yeah,
women.
but it has
I'm
nothing
saying
to,
this
whether
one
you
knows.
know about your vagina has to do with whether
It
you've
does.
researched it or not, whether you have
I
one.
have.
That's good. You having the vagina has nothing to do with that.
Awesome. So
Thank you.
your
It is
vagina
awesome.
does
I agree.
change. It changed every single day in the month. Your uterus is in a different position from one day in the month to the end of the month. So your vagina does change. Your cervix drops. And so that's
Thank
why
you
sometimes
for walking us through the cycle. I don't know what that has to do with number of
Okay.
sexual partners.
you're
changing the
fixating
I'm
on
actually
no.
interested in this. I like these kind of conversations.
Can I actually kind
Your
of talk?
pussy changes?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. This is why some guys can't find a certain spot 1 month, and then halfway through into the next month, they can't find that same spot because it changes. It's called hormones, and it's just preparing for your cycle.
Hormone change or your pussy shape changes?
Both. The hormones are the one that changes, that facilitates the change.
So
of
does
your
it change for the better or worse?
It can be going either way. It is a muscle and it's elastic, just like your muscles. If you don't work
So the
it
one
out,
that looks like a roast beef can turn out to be like a perfect little pussy if, like, I don't understand. How does
not
that
unless I'm talking about internally versus externally.
work?
External stuff,
Okay.
that stuff is a lot more complicated, and there's really not a lot of things you can do to change the external. You can steam and things like
So
that,
when
which
you're
does
saying
kind of tighten it.
You're not really meaning a vagina changes. You're talking about a female's hormone within their body changes. Is that every day?
Which it does affect the actual womb inside of it. The walls, you have the walls, you have the G spot, you have the cervix, you have the O spot,
So your
you have the T
G-spot
spot.
moves around?
Correct. In conjunction.
Well,
with
guys, I
your-
didn't know that. Did you guys know that?
In conjunction with how your cervix sits, because remember, everything is getting ready for what the
So the
time when
vagina,
eggs drop.
usually the clitoris is like, let's say on the top. You're saying it'll move down?
I'm talking more about internally, less to do externally. Internal. I'm talking about the walls and the
wall?
cervix and the uterus and how it's shaped, and every month your body gets prepared to drop eggs, right? So the uterine wall sheds. Now in the course of that time, you have the FH phase, the luteal phase. You have all these different phases that your body goes through to prepare to
When is the
drop.
tight phase? I want to know
Well-
so when I'm sleeping with girls.
Well, this is what I was referring to. I was saying, there's a lot of things you can do to
To be
keep
clear,
that elastic.
this is I don't. You're just lying now. This is not what we were referring
This is
to.
yes,
If
we
you
would.
would've-
You
if
let
you
me
would've-
finish my thought.
Okay.
I said how you can tighten it and how you can make that area more real. Most women aren't experiencing orgasm inside of the vagina. They're only experiencing clitoral. This is modern sexology. So how we get women to start experience orgasms internally is we work with the vaginal walls. toning and tightening that area. Your vagina, your yoni is a muscle. It atrophies just like if you don't work out, that muscle atrophies. And that's what I was referring to, that women do have to do work to keep those muscles strong, ultimately to save and protect your uterus, more importantly, because that is the number one.
Destiny, how do you disagree with that?
In terms of the lengthening and the contracting of the internal vagina in response to hormone cycles during periods or your entire ovulation cycle, I wouldn't disagree with that because that's true. I know that's true. But that wasn't what the conversation was before. I don't have the clips, but the conversation before had to do to the fact that, or had to do with her claiming that if you have more sexual partners, it influences like the tightness of the vagina or something. That's what we initially had a big disagreement over.
No, I mean, that wasn't the whole argument. We were referring to if
I understand what you're saying, but if you were to tell me that your hormone cycle changes the inside of your vagina, I wouldn't argue. There would be no argument. That's true. Some people that do natural family planning will check the viscosity of the fluids from their vagina to try to also estimate like where they're at on their cycle. Like, yeah, of course, there's a lot of changes inside of a woman's vagina and in other places in her body. The size and shape of her boobs changes in response to hormone cycles as well.
Obviously, I think there's a lot of miscommunication, and then a lot of times he'll just keep going on a tangent, and then
excuse me, dear, hold on. I don't. Well, I'm sorry. No. I'm not talking in circles. I just said what you said in 2 minutes, in 15 seconds. Okay, you were the one talking in circles. I don't know why you just went on a whole diatribe about the differences about the inside of the vagina and response to hormone cycle. But I would never disagree with that.
Tony asked me.
Tony asked you what our disagreements are, but we never disagreed on that.
No, when we were talking about, he said, explain it. And then I went on to say what happens. And you said, oh, does it really change in size and shape? I said, absolutely. So a lot of this is just like, a waste of energy.
I love you guys both, but can you guys just answer my most important question? What day do I this girl with the tight pussy? That's what I want to know. I mean, that's what I'm more interested in.
Assuming you guys
are telling me there's like days and cycles. Okay, so what day is best to have sex?
The day that she's the most turned on. Assuming that you're sexually experienced with your partner, you know what they enjoy. I don't think that the cycle that they're on is going to make a significant difference in their period and their ability to reach orgasm.
Well, it does, because there's so many things that are, there's just so many things that are affecting women.
Explain it to us so we learn.
Well, first of all, the number one thing is trauma. Women have, 1 out of every 3 or 4 women has experienced some kind of physical or sexual trauma, and the womb holds that.
I don't want to hear about that. I mean,
okay,
I'm sorry,
so that's.
I think that's the part. That's the part where I come in, because I think that's just an issue that. It's like a Me Too thing. You're like, I can't agree with that. So
fair enough, but that's the first thing.
Move on to the next one.
Well, wait. That's not fair enough. If a woman is carrying a lot of trauma with her, of course, that's going to influence her ability to be. I think probably the most important part of a woman's sexual experience is how comfortable she's feeling at that particular point in time. And things like trauma can severely reduce a person's like comfort. So that is probably a really important thing to keep in mind. I don't think you can just blow past
I agree with you on that, 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, okay. So that was my first point. That's the number one thing. You have to just see what's going on. And a lot of women, they won't share that stuff right away. And then the second thing is you have to understand that most women are prematurely penetrated. They're not actually ready for penetration. And just because she's wet doesn't mean she's ready. That's a whole nother topic. Another thing, and I actually agree with you on this, Destiny, is how comfortable she is with you. Like, does she feel safe with you? Does she feel like you're being present? All these things negate that. But a lot of the times, guys, it has nothing to do with you. It's her in her own head. And this is the thing that we disagreed with, which is modern sexology. I can pull up the studies right now. Women and
one second, Janelle, you keep saying modern. I'm just trying to educate myself. I always consider myself someone that's not, I always try to learn. When you say modern all the time, is there like an ancient sex thing? Like,
I'm just saying not tantra.
Modern?
Because most people, okay, I'm explaining. This is from I went to school and I studied ancient tantric sexuality, which is more of a spiritual path. So people don't like that, especially people like Destiny, because they think it's mumbo jumbo. So I say modern sexology, meaning like if you were to take research from sexologists, from doctors, from psychologists, this is the research that they have come up with. And it's called the different phases of orgasm, or not phases of orgasm, rather. It's called, it's slipping me right now, but it's basically, there's 4 steps in sex. So it's the excitation, the charging, the orgasm, and then the resolution. And this is all like from psychology, not from Tantra. So that's what I mean when I say that. I'm saying like you can look these things up and find it, versus this is some esoteric stuff that doesn't apply to me, which is fair enough. I understand that, Destiny. So modern sexology says that there's, you know, women and men are orgasming and getting excited in different parts of the brain. So we have the sympathetic and parasympathetic central nervous system that affects arousal and climax for men and women differently. This was another thing that we had a different, you know, a disagreement on.
Let's let Destiny respond to that.
Well, she was just explaining stuff to him. I don't know what our.
Well, do you have any disagreements with what she just said?
I think our summary of what like things were makes sense. Yeah, modern sexology is like research based, probably like surveys, studies, stuff like that, as opposed to tantric or other older, more spiritual approaches to understanding sexuality. I don't think I disagree with that.
Okay, so then let's move on to the next thing that you think was harmful that she said. Tony, we can't hear you.
Oh yeah, Tony, I can't hear you.
We can't hear you, buddy. I don't know if something changed on your phone or.
Let me just text him and see.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're better.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we lost
I'm
you.
saying that it seems like you guys are now agreeing more on things, and there was a lot of misunderstanding. And I'm very happy to see both of you acting finally like adults and you know, working things out. So like, why don't we continue this pattern and you guys ask each other some questions, and maybe that by the end of this, he'll have either a different opinion or maybe even a stronger opinion about you.
We're going to change Tony's name to Peacemaker Tony.
Sure, well, look, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I get my experience from experienced people, okay? That's where, and I listen to more experienced people. I know Dr. Ruth and all these sexual experts, and I don't know who fucks that fucking old lady for her to be an expert into sex. You know, like, I don't get it. So for me, I'm not going to listen to Dr. Ruth. I'm going to listen to a fucking major slut whore that's fucked 3,000 guys and get my experience and advice from them. So that's just me, but that's me. Okay, don't get me. You know, that's how I work.
I feel you. You know? I feel you. All right, let's move on to the next thing that you think is harmful that Jennelle said, Destiny.
I think that the center point of all of our I think that the center point disagreement that we have on most things is probably the big disagreement I have with most red pillars is that when people talk about like what do men need to do, what do women need to do, rather than this viewing of like men as being super masculine and women as being super feminine, I think everybody has a lot of femininity and masculinity, and everybody needs to strike a healthy balance of both. And I think that an issue with a lot of men today has to do with like very low emotional intelligence, like stuff related to becoming more in like touch with their feminine side, and that the messaging of just telling like a normal man today that you just need to be hyper masculine to get more women, I think it's bad advice. I don't think that if you were trying to fuck a lot of women, I don't think that would be the way to do it, and I don't think it's a realistic path forward for most guys. And then same thing on the woman's side, the idea that you need to be hyper feminine and like any like red pillar people will say like don't go to school, don't be in your masculine, don't be argumentative, like let men lead all the time. Like I think relationships work best when they're a partnership and not a partnership with a hierarchy, or however Janelle is going to reframe that. They go, oh, I think they should be partnerships. I mean an actual partnership where both partners are making decisions together and both of you are like having an even say over like what's going on. Like that's the best path forward for most people.
But why? Okay, I fuck a lot of girls. I think everybody knows. You might be sick, you might call me different names. You might not agree with the way I live my life, but that's my life. I don't think anyone should tell me what to do, and neither do I tell other people who are married how to live their life. I think that's just a matter of choice. And as humans, we were brought in this earth, whether you're religious or not, but you know, even by religion, it says you came here by choice. God gave you the choice, the free choice to do what you want. And God even in Bible says he's not judging you based on your choice. Why should you? Why should Destiny sit there and judge someone who fucks a lot? Or why should I, Tony, sit there and judge Destiny for wanting to be married and have an equal half feminine, half masculine side? By all means, if it works for you, good for you.
I understand what you're saying.
It's good for me.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. The contention is that in these spaces are like dedicated to giving advice to young men. That's what the red pill space is. It's dedicated
I
to
don't think
giving
giving advice to a young man. I was given advice as all the way through as childhood that being married and settling down with a woman and this, they're all great. And I know a lot of people who did listen, with me in that circle, and they're miserable. And I'm very, very happy not being married. I'm very, very happy doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think, Tony, I don't think we're going to disagree at all. I don't
yeah,
disagree with anything you're saying.
so
But then I think the issue is that from people, and Janelle can speak for herself, I might be summarizing it unfairly. I admit that, okay? But it feels like people like Janelle are very, very, very judgmental of what feminism has done and the sexual revolution has done for young women. And she would be heavily judgmental of a woman that engages in a lot of casual premarital sex and says that people should only be having sex with one partner and that the sexual promiscuity is like destroying society.
Well, I actually agree with a lot of the things that you did say, Destiny. I only have a grievance with a few. I do believe that, and I think the main thing, but I think we'll save this for the last because it's not as prevalent, is I do believe that a relationship, a successful one, where there's sexual polarity that's really strong, there should be a team partnership. But I do believe that ultimately, and you're making decisions together, absolutely. But I do still feel like there's one more dominant role in that relationship. But that's a B-side. I really want to talk more about the sexual promiscuity. So maybe Alex, you can write that down. I don't judge any woman for anything that they've done because the Bible says, judge not lest you be judged. And let he who has not sinned cast a first stone. And if you looked me up, which I know you didn't, but I'll just tell you.
I did. I read the article you did for the Daily Mail and everything. I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I certainly have. And I think that's why I get so upset because people can judge me, but they don't really know my story. And that's okay. I put myself out there so they can. And that's why I get very protective of my son because like he's obviously like innocent in this. And so
I don't think I've attacked your son while you have attacked me in mine, but go ahead.
No, not at all. I'm just saying
you absolutely did in the beginning of this conversation, but go ahead.
That was from a comment that you made, and we can come back to that. Absolutely. But my whole point is that I don't judge anyone because there's no place for judgment. I have a past, but I actually did something with it. I have a nonprofit. I work with women who've been victims of human trafficking. I have an interview coming up with Tony Robbins. I have a TED Talk coming out. I have 2 books that I both wrote in one day. So I'm not an idiot, right? I did something with my life. Okay. So that's funny. I'll send you a copy of both of them when they come out, darling.
Yeah. Books. You should introduce me to the author sometime.
I actually am the author. I wrote the book myself, darling. And I had it edited. Did I have a team of editors? Absolutely. Because I'm not a writer. I'm a speaker. Anyways, so I don't pass judgment on anyone. However, do I agree with the notion that it's probably not the best idea for women to be just passing out their yoni like they're passing out their community service hours? Absolutely.
Like what you just said right there is judgment. Like the fact that you can't even say that sentence neutrally, passing out their yoni like they passed out their community service hour. Like that, you understand that that's dripping with condescension and vitriol.
It was an analogy.
It's not an analogy. No. It's not an analogy.
Am I not allowed to use it versus saying?
I think it's wrong for you to do that, Janelle. I think it's wrong for you to you were making a great point. But then you screwed up your point by making that analogy. I think he's right on that.
Okay. Well, I'll stand by what I say. I do think that that's a great way of using it. You're giving away community service hours. You're giving away your yoni. To me, it's very much so. I don't see how that doesn't go hand in hand. It's something that I don't.
May not be your yummy. I mean, it's like you can't say it like. Okay.
Why can I not say that with that?
Because you could say you don't believe that a woman should do something like that and give away her pureness, her purity, because women were, I grew up learning that, women have to be pure and this and that. And purity obviously is something a lot of men look for in a woman when they decide they want to settle down and marry them. And of course, when you give that purity away, you're giving a lot of your value away. You could say it like that, but giving those sort of analogies isn't really needed in a debatable.
Well, okay. Well, for me, sometimes I like to use a little bit of satire and a little bit of like humor with how I'm speaking. So I'm still going to stand beside that because I'm
No,
the woman
I
that
get it,
gets-
but if you're talking
Okay.
professionally, what he's saying, it's not
Or even
needed.
I don't mind the analogy's fine, but just don't like proceed that with like, oh, I'm so non-judgmental. Like I use a lot of I'm super judgmental. I make a living
Okay.
judging
Well,
people.
then,
That's fine. But
okay.
then they're like, oh yeah, like I judge women that are sluts. Like that's fine. Okay, cool. Let's talk about that. But don't be like, I'm so non-judgmental. I wish women would stop handing it their
well,
pussy
maybe-
like their service hours. Like just do that. That's
Well,
fine.
I didn't say it like that, but maybe there is some subconscious judgment. Okay, fair
That's
enough.
fine. Okay,
I'll say
cool.
that.
Based. Okay, I'm
Cool.
cool with that. That's fine.
I'll say that. My whole point is I'm not going to come down on someone. Just like I'm sure Tony, he has an ex-wife and he has a daughter. I'm sure he's not going to encourage his daughter to be promiscuous. Why? Because it's probably not going to serve her long term when she wants to get married and have a partner. And I'm sure you wouldn't have wanted your wife to be promiscuous either. And I'm sure she wasn't, or you
Well, we don't know
married
that.
her.
We don't know that. You have to ask him. Why don't you?
No,
I
ask
hope
him?
my wife is promiscuous. What do you mean? Of course.
I said you. I said
Okay.
you, Tony.
Oh, me,
I said
me,
you.
me. I look. Everybody has a different opinion, way of living life. What makes you happy is what makes you happy. So, I think what you're saying is just regular common sense that everyone knows. Of course, nobody wants to marry or be with a whore.
I do.
Well,
Okay.
yeah,
We get it.
and
We get that.
Destiny
Next.
doesn't agree with that.
I don't think that's not true because he just agreed with you.
Oh,
No,
I
I love. I'm in an open relationship. We fuck like crazy. Okay, that's literally like it's a big part of my life. Yeah, but if I'm gonna fuck around, I want my wife.
Hold on. Now we're getting into interesting conversations that I like to be involved in. So now Destiny is in an open relationship, and I understand what open relationship means. That means other men come in, fuck your wife, and you fuck other people's girlfriends, and you guys fuck whoever, and it's an open relationship, correct?
Yeah. Well, hopefully,
Which
it's
is-
other people's like girlfriends.
And that makes you happy. That makes you happy, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so now my question is, well, I have a lot of questions, but do you enjoy watching someone else fuck your wife?
If we were having like a threesome or doing like a swinger thing, maybe, but like just watching and not participating, probably not. No, but we've never done that before. But sometimes we have like threesomes and stuff. But yeah.
So if you're fucking someone else's wife while he's fucking your wife, that's enjoyable to you. But if someone else is fucking your wife, that's not enjoyable to you. I
mean, not if, like, are you like assuming I'm just like watching and doing nothing, or do you just mean like in general, or?
Oh, maybe you and him are fucking her together.
Oh, like if I was having like a male female threesome, I haven't tried it yet, but I mean, I'd be down for that. Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. By all means, that's your choice. I think it's awesome. I think you will have a long-term relationship with your wife that way. A lot of guys who do that, I think, have long-term relationships because that really works for a lot of people. And I don't think me or you, Janelle, should be judging him.
I'm not. I'm not. He's
what
cool
I
to do
as a
whatever he
male,
wants.
what I as a male, as an alpha male, be secure enough in my mind to allow my wife, or to fuck another man in front of me. No, I would fucking freak out. But that's me. But
which I think is super normal. I think that's probably most people. Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think it's a fear that a lot of I mean, you would have a million questions in your head when that comes to. But look, that works for Destiny, and hey, man, I'm all for it for you. Great.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's his thing, but that was my whole point, that he doesn't agree with that because, like he said,
wait,
he doesn't agree with.
Is she good looking?
With
I haven't seen his wife. I want to know. Is she good looking?
She's good looking. Oh yeah.
Invite me over, Destiny.
If you're ever in Miami Beach, maybe we'll hang out. All right.
Okay, so look, you guys are back to
funny.
friendship. I'm happy. You guys are friends now again. Okay. So Janelle, now Destiny, I'm going to ask you one question that I'm very curious to know the answer to. Do you still believe that her business is a scam, and if so, why?
It's just like it's got all the red flags of like scammy behavior, like Southern California, like sex education. Her backstory is just like almost bordering unbelievable, of like sex trafficked woman who fakes her own death and then joins the military and breastfeeds her kid until he's 7 and does a yoni tantric sex thing and Newport Beach. Like all of it is just like, it just feels like the most like Southern California scammy business ever. But to be fair, I could be wrong. Maybe it's all 100% legit and everything. But and then the way that she conducts herself too, like just it just all kind of feels very scammy to me.
Okay, and Janelle, you cannot be upset for this.
I'm not upset. I'm not upset.
Because he's not saying
I'm
you
not
are.
upset.
He's saying
I'm
he's
not upset.
50-50 about it based on his opinion. And
I believe
he totally
fair.
has that right.
It's totally fair. Listen, my story is unbelievable, and that's why I do unbelievable shit, because I've went through a lot, but I actually took my story and I did something with it, and I helped humanity. That's why I've attracted the attention of people like Tony Robbins, who personally invested in my life and my nonprofit. We launched my nonprofit at his Business Mastery in 2018. We raised about $50,000 for Beyond Freedom. So
how much money did he invest?
He didn't invest it. It's you have to attend his seminars to understand.
Because I thought I just heard you say he invested in it, but it sounds like
he invested in me and the women attending his seminars.
So these types of things, she said, this is why I think she's a scammer. Yeah.
What do you mean? You can
because you just tried to write on Tony Robbins' credit by saying he invested in something. It sounds like he said good job, good luck, and you can do it.
No, he didn't.
Hold on. Janelle, hold on 1 second. He did not invest in you.
Yes, he did.
In time.
No,
because you're not saying what you want to say in a correct way, and people are assuming you're a scam artist because you're not expressing yourself correctly, and that's what he
invest.
But
let me tell you. Yes, he did. $10,000, $10,000 and $20,000 events that he sent me to for free, and he sent me to events for 3 years, including my survivors and my nonprofit. Thousands upon thousands.
That's not okay.
That is an investment. It is an investment. If I send someone to my retreat for free, that costs me $10,000, and that's what you would pay.
How many people went to that?
So just as I got to do a heads up because I got to wait.
Argue that. Just 1 second.
Shit. Okay. Yeah.
How many people went to this retreat? How many thousand people went to this retreat?
There's 3 of them, or there was 3 years of me attending hundreds of thousands.
That's not answering my question. How many?
Which one? I went to multiple.
The one he invested in. How many people?
I went to 8. I went to 8 of them. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
8 of them. How many people were in these 8? Was it an exclusive one-on-one, or was it 1,000 people?
There were different sizes.
Gives me a ticket to go to his concert. Is he investing in me?
These are his events that he charges for. I did not.
Yeah, Drake charges for his events too. Drake.
I don't know. Drake.
He invests in it. So, but if he gives me a ticket, does that mean he invested in me? I'm asking you. Am I wrong or am I fucking crazy?
No, it's an investment because you're not paying for that. I'm talking about $10,000, $20,000 events that he sent me to for free because he believed in me and my work. He doesn't do that for everyone. Everyone else paid 10, 15. Business Mastery.
Every single person there paid 10,000. Nobody else got a free ticket. You're the only one.
There was other survivors at certain events, but not those large ticket ones. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And you can ask any person in the Tony Robbins world; they will vouch for that. So I can show you emails from him personally, from his assistant, from his PA. So you can say whatever you guys want about me. But I'm very offended by that. And with that note, I will leave you. I'm very offended because no.
Don't just quit. Wait, hang on. This is an important point. I think. Wait, hang on.
He didn't offend you in any way, just so you know.
The confusion here is this. The confusion here is this. Destiny's not saying that, oh, you've never been to his event or he's never given you free tickets. But typically when people say invested, they mean like they take their money from their bank account and put it in your business, right? So
to me, this is an investment.
It would be like me saying Bill Gates invested in my stream, and it's like Bill Gates gave me a free copy of Windows 11.
But I'm talking about,
to be fair, it's not exactly like that. But the point is
not exactly.
We're using the word investment very differently than how most people view it. That's the confusion.
Well, for instance, another thing, he sent his media team to San Diego to train me for an entire day. That is, again, an investment. He doesn't just pick anyone. So I was trained in media by Tony Robbins' PR team and media team. He doesn't do that. Yes, one-on-one.
Okay,
I can show you the videos.
Okay, so explain this. What did they train you with?
Like this bullshit, answering stupid questions from people.
Well, it seems like that training wasn't too good.
No, the training is good because I'm standing against three white men. Or you're not white, Tony.
I'm not
Two white
arguing
men.
against you. I'm moderating
Why
the
am I
debate.
against you? See, you just attacked
I'm the
me.
moderator. I'm not
How
taking
am
anyone's
I
side.
against you?
Because
I'm
I
your
take
friend.
I
I'm
know,
your
but
friend.
this is,
I'm here.
But this is okay.
Listen,
But
hold on, Janelle. Just because somebody doesn't agree with what you say does not make that person someone who's attacking you. And that's the problem that all fucking women have in
Women
their fucking
have.
head that I don't
but
like.
this is
That's the
not
biggest
about
problem
an
women
opinion.
have, that the minute you don't agree with them, you're fucking their enemy. And that's not true.
And you're
Just because
sexist.
you don't agree, nobody here is your enemy here.
It's not an
Well, I
opinion.
am.
You're laughing and making a mockery of someone.
I'm not laughing.
I am.
A very
I'm
important part. Yeah, Destiny is, Tony. And he did say he is my enemy. Of a very important part, a person who wouldn't even talk to you, Destiny, and who took time and energy out of his work, a very famous individual, to invest in me. And you're making light of that. And that's not cool at all, especially for the women in the nonprofit
I don't
that I
think,
serve.
Janelle, you're missing the point. He's just trying to figure out how did he, listen, you said he invested in your organization. Not in you, but your organization.
And me, both
when
of
I
us.
say something, I always make sure I say something you could back up a tape and go, okay, yeah, that's what she said. But you
Correct.
said he invested in my organization. He's not disagreeing with you and saying to you that, oh, well, you know, not whatever you're saying is different. He's saying to you is what the way you're saying it is not an actual factual thing that,
well, it's how I took it. It's how I
all
see
he's saying
it.
to you is he
It's
didn't
how I
invest
see
in
it.
you. He didn't invest in your organization. He could have invested his time or whatever else in possibly, you know, helping
It's
you.
money. There's money.
it's
There's
not-
time and money involved. And we raised $50,000 at his event. So that is money too from an event that he hosted where his people gave my organization $50,000.
Am I investing in you right now by having you on my stream?
You are, and that's why I wanted to leave, because this is my energy and my time invested in someone who is just very much so very childlike behavior and very derogatory towards women, especially a woman.
I haven't heard anything derogatory from him.
Yeah, Janelle, to be fair, you're the one that wanted this debate.
What do you mean? He just said a minute ago, he thinks I'm a scam. He thinks that I'm a fraud.
He didn't say that. Wait. He did not say
you said I'm not.
He said listen, Janelle, I'm going to side with the truth. Look, he did not say that. You're putting words, you're making words. I have to be honest about this. He said to you, okay, he believes, based on what you have said, based on what you're saying, based on the things that he's hearing, he believes it could be a scam. However, he's not sure, but it's going, in his belief, it's looking that way to him.
And that's great for him. And in my belief,
that doesn't mean he's agreeing
look
with
like he has a micro penis.
Am I right or wrong?
To be pegged. So that's what I deduced for Destiny, that he has a micro penis because he likes to be pegged by his wife. And with that, I bid you farewell because my phone is dying.
But now
Thank you very much.
Hold on. Do you have a micro penis?
My dick has been leaked on the internet. I do not have a micro penis. If I did, everybody would be talking about it. Okay.
Dude, the funniest thing is that she was the one that wanted this debate. She reached out to me and said, "Hey, my buddy Tony wants to debate Destiny. Can you set it up?" And she's acting like she was like forcing this debate.
So she's here. She didn't. She did. Her phone died.
My phone died. It was literally
She's
like
here.
that.
She's here. Okay, so sit down and talk. Okay. Let's figure this out, because I'm your friend, and I'm not disagreeing with. I'm just saying, look, I side with the truth. The reason I fight with my own mother, I fight with my own sister, because I believe my sister says some dumb shit, and I sometimes disagree with her, and you know, my whole family's upset at me because I side with I'm dating currently a girl. You know, I see a girl and she sides with her sister no matter what. I mean, her sister could say and she says family's thicker than da. I don't believe that. I believe the truth is the truth, and you talk the truth. You know, yeah.
A real friend.
I believe that some of the things that you're saying to him, and you guys are going over the top with certain things, But I think you guys are both agreeing on certain things.
We are.
I think
He
you
just
guys
doesn't
are
like
both.
the language that I'm using at times. But to me,
No, but that's because you are expressing yourself incorrectly.
I don't believe it. It is an investment. Just like me sitting here is an investment in my time and energy. Just like when I went on Bravo.
But you shouldn't have that mind frame.
But it is. I went on Bravo yesterday. Did I get paid what I normally get paid for a session? Absolutely not.
But that's irrelevant.
But no, it is irrelevant. It is relevant, Tony. Listen, because it was an investment in my time and energy to be on a very huge reality show on Bravo, where my work is going to be displayed for millions of people that watch Bravo. In my mind, that's a good investment, even though I didn't get paid what I normally would. Okay, but look, I make a lot of money, and my time is very, very valuable. I know it is. But I'm not going to get on a show and talk about that sort of things because those are really irrelevant. I'm going to focus on the actual show and talk about the actual show, and my personal life and my personal whatever, it should be irrelevant because I'm a very humble. He attacked my business. If he attacks me, if someone attacks me, forget him. If someone attacks me, okay? If someone attacks me, and I get attacked every day, I'm not saying I don't, but I'm very calm about it. I sit there and try to make common sense and defend myself using common sense very maturely, and I argue with them. And I don't argue with them, but I will go in debates with anyone and tell them my part or how I feel in a very mature way. The throwing rocks at each other, calling each other kids things, that's irrelevant. I think it's childish from both ends. Tony, that's just because he likes, this is what his platform is. I never. But if that is how he acts, you should be as a therapist, you should be more mature to not stoop in that level. And I've tried very hard.
Let me redirect for a second. I'm sorry, but I think this is important because it's getting personal again. So one of the things, Jennelle, that you said is that Destiny likes to get pegged. Now my question is, were you being hyperbolic and making a joke, or is that like? They said that. They literally said that. Hold on. I'm going to tell you. Let me finish talking, darling. Okay, they said that in the 4-hour interview with Fresh and Fit and Adam on Sauce that I was on that panel. Who's they? Melina said that she concurred. Who's Melina?
He doesn't know who Melina is. My wife.
Your wife said that you have a small dick.
One of the girls, no, pegging.
What's pegging?
Pegging is where you fuck a guy in the ass with a strap.
Oh, that's right. The pegging is some girl fuck you from behind, right?
Yeah, that's. Did this ever happen?
I don't think so.
I don't know these terms because
yeah, you're good. I'm pretty sure this has never happened because Melina has never pegged me. But I'm not even. But I'm also
on camera. I don't know.
Okay, so do you guys hold on? Do you guys can you guys go back to footages from that show and show? Well, it doesn't matter if it's 4 hours, 2 hours, or 100 hours. Yeah. They can go back on that show and find that. And then if that was said, you have the right to ask him about those kind. But if that was not said, that is an attack to him from your side.
The war heels.
Sure, why not? That's because she pegged their husband.
That answers itself.
Women, so
okay, we have one girl.
Well, and then also, to be clear, I don't even have anything against it. Like, if Melina super wanted to try it and it was like her birthday or something, I'd probably let her do it. I don't care. Like, it's not even like I care about it. I just don't like the fact that she lies about it. It's just weird.
Don't lie. Like,
he's on national TV saying I'm willing to get the ass by my wife. I mean, correct. Like he's not saying, he's being super honest. I love honest people like that. I love honesty.
About it. I just brought it up because when we were in the debate last time,
listen, you just lost 50% of my audience.
Okay, I suck dick. I'm bisexual. I don't think your audience likes me, bro.
No, a lot of them do.
Wait. You suck too?
Yeah, I'm bisexual. Yeah, I'm a degenerate, dude.
Right there.
There's no such thing as bisexual, but
why isn't there bisexual? He fucks a girl.
He thinks I'm
fucks a guy. That's bisexual.
Let me just say something to you, Tony.
But hold on, explain to me. I want to know as a therapist. I'm not smart, by the way, guys. I'm actually pretty dumb. Well, no, because I always consider myself not smart because I always want to learn. I want to learn why someone who fucks a guy and fucks a girl is not called bisexual.
Okay, first of all.
Okay.
Before I answer that question, I wanted to say something in all due respect.
While you guys do that, can you answer that? And I'm going to go get a charger because my battery's dying. Go ahead.
Okay.
I need to fucking drink.
You need a drink? Okay. What I wanted to say was to him, so Yeah, but I really do have to go anyway because I really do need to pack. Unlike what you
You
think.
have 3 days. How does it take you 3 days?
I have. Come on. This is my point. You guys are being very insensitive because it's not fair for you to. I don't think it's fair, and it's fair. You can do whatever you want. You're being insensitive. I don't know what your relationship is with your child's mom, but I have an 8-year-old. It's his first week in school. I have the child 24/7. The father lives in Europe, and I'm not going to discuss that. And I run an international business, even though you don't believe I do.
You just said you have a nanny. What are you talking about?
I don't have a full-time nanny. I have a nanny who's
full-time nanny, bro.
now.
Come on, you're an insult to actual single moms that can't afford nannies. Don't sit here trying to lie and virtue signal with this bullshit. I'm with the child 24/7. You literally have a nanny. You have a nanny. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But
watching him right now, not 24/7 bro. No.
How? What does she work? 7 days a week at 6 hours a day, or 5 days a week, 8 hours a day?
She works when I have stuff like this. No,
Okay.
She's not. She has a day job and she works for me when I need her sporadically. I take my son with me most places because I don't want him being cared for by randos.
So you think it's worse for your son to have an attendant babysitter than it is for you to tell him to shut the fuck up and go into the corner of a room while you're working on business stuff?
I don't tell him to shut the fuck up. My son's been to 14 countries. He's actually very well adjusted. I would say his emotional IQ is higher than yours, if I'm being honest.
That's another attack.
Yeah, because he's attacking me.
Wait, okay, wait. I want to.
I want to know, what is your son doing in all these international business meetings?
It's not international business meetings. His father's from Europe, bruh. And so we go to Europe every year so he gets cultured in Europe and we visit a few countries. I do not appreciate this.
How old is your cultured high EQ son again?
I told you he's 8. You should know you're the same age emotionally.
Okay, I want to say something. Janelle, hang on. Everyone listen to the mod. Everyone listen to the mod.
We shouldn't have a good debate.
He has been. It's not fair for y'all to sit in your glass houses.
Just stop for 1 second. Okay, I need to bring this up because it keeps happening over and over again. You got to stop saying you guys. I'm the moderator. I'm not involved with the debate.
You're a white male. You're part of the problem.
I'm trying to make sure that this conversation keeps going. I'm not taking any sides, right?
I don't want it to
debate. I helped set it up. So I would appreciate if you don't put me in this you guys category.
Okay, fine, Alex. Fine, okay. Whatever. I'm being irrational because I'm a woman. There you go. You guys happy? Awesome.
You keep saying you guys.
Okay. Is everyone happy? Is the person happy that I'm speaking with? So, unlike you, I don't just sit around and I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers and I just sit around and teach people how to play. No, I actually work. I see clients. I take care of my son who started his first week of school. Blada, blada, blada. I have
How are you seeing clients while taking care of your son?
He's in school from 8 to almost 3 o'clock. What are you talking about? I line up my clients when he's in school.
Okay, so you have wait, that's true. So your son is going to school and you still have a part-time nanny. It was weird that you're like, I'm with him 24/7.
She comes when I need her to. She hasn't worked with me for 2 months. I know, it's just stupid.
Can we move to a different conference room so I could plug in my phone? My battery's about to die.
Yeah, sure. Be careful, our kid's not in there in the corner just hanging out.
He's just,
okay, what can we call you back or do you want to?
You can.
I just stay on the phone. Hold on. No, here. I'm just gonna go to a different office.
I told you it was gonna be a fun debate, Destiny. I told you. What were exact words? This is gonna be an epic debate.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know why I'm being clumped in with you guys. I'm just literally moderating debate here. I'm not taking
white,
sides.
literal white male.
We're talking about Destiny. I don't have any issues with you, Alex.
I know, but you just keep saying you guys.
For me to be in a room with 3 men who are, you're not white, Tony, but you have blonde hair, so you keep throwing me off. And you're kind of like for a Persian, let's just be honest.
So when you say you guys, you just mean Destiny, but you keep saying you guys.
And it's just, first of all, and I want to say this to you because I do love you and I do care about you.
I care about you as a friend too.
Yeah,
not
sexually if the girlfriend's watching because I know she's a little psycho. But
I have girlfriends.
Whatever. The one that you mentioned now. But the thing is, and Dr. Barr's our mutual friend who I work with in my fake business, by the way, Destiny.
It sounds more fake every time you talk about it, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just don't think that it's fair that you to say, I don't want to be tagged in this when you have, like you said, you've been very public. I don't know what your net worth is. I don't care to know that you make a lot of money and that you have a huge platform and that you're like, I don't care if I'm, of course you don't care if you're tagged.
Whoa, Tony said that, not me. Damn, Tony said that. Don't put that ill will on me, okay? That came from him.
Okay. So you do very well and you worked very hard and you're very smart because you wouldn't have gotten there if you weren't.
Oh,
so first of all, I'm talking about him, not you, Destiny. So I'm saying that this is something, but I think that you guys, this is the problem. One of the problems with men, I feel like you get desensitized because you deal with women who are assholes. And when a woman like myself, who's very nurturing, who's very feminine, who works really hard, who does the right thing, who encourages her son's father, who is mentally not fully there, to be in her son's life, which is something most women don't do today, right? They don't do that. And then for you to be so insensitive that you're like so far removed from reality because of your net worth and because of your status that you're like, I don't care to be tagged. Why are you tripping about a tag? I'm running a business and you met my son, right? Who you keep insulting, which I do take that to heart.
Wait, me or Tony? Tony's not insulting your son, is he?
No. You have been. And
I haven't met your son, have I?
Yes, you have. You insulted him a few times. Where's this?
Have I met your son before?
Anyone. I don't insult anyone. I defend myself, but I will not insult anyone.
And that's my point.
That's just me. It's just me. I mean, look, I could think very negative things about someone sucking someone's dick as a man, but I won't insult you.
Oh, well,
I will never insult you. I would never ever insult you. That's, and nor would I make a negative opinion of you. That's just me as a person. I have a cousin that's gay. I know a lot of people who are bisexual and gay, and everyone has the right to live the way they live. And that's one of the things I always argue about is, look, I don't judge other people, and I see a lot of people judging me. I just don't think, I think if all people in general stop judging and live their life for who they are and become a better person for and do better things in society, that just makes it better for everyone.
Well said, Tony. I do want to redirect to this. So, and I agree with everything you said, by the way. Jennelle said earlier that you can't be bi. Could she expand on that?
Hold on, 1 second. This is my nanny / PA who works for me occasionally when I need help because she has a full-time job. Tiani.
You have a PA who has another full-time job?
Describe your role to me. Exactly, because he was making fun of me because I said I need to go home and get ready for my trip. Do you work with me? Are you employed full-time or even part-time with me?
Occasionally, whenever our schedules align.
Correct.
Because you're traveling a lot.
Right. And how often do you watch my son?
Your son? Maybe. It's very rare because you're always with him.
Thank you. Everything I just said, and I did not.
What did you mean by your son? Wait, how many fake sons do you have?
See, this is how he is.
I'm sorry, that was just such a weird phrase.
What is this?
Well, it's because some people use their son as an excuse to get out of things, but she actually does have to come be with her son.
Well, of course, every mother should.
Yeah.
So,
not all of them.
Not all of them.
We're not debating a good mom or bad mom.
Yeah, I think we should get off the topic of Jennelle's son. I feel like
can we just get off of that? I
think to sit here and judge her with her son is wrong to begin with. I think we're on the wrong subject.
You're like, it's so beneath you to talk this way to a single mom. Like, it's just
Jennelle, to be fair, I did try to redirect and you brought it back.
And also, we're only talking about this because you opened this whole convo shitting on my relationship with my son, just to be clear. But
off of something that you said that we can very clearly go back and get the clip.
That's fine. And you said you breastfed your son until he was 7 years old. Who cares?
I did say that, and I'll say that I did.
You breastfed your son at 6 years old?
And in most countries, in most indigenous countries, I don't care what you guys think of me. That's why my son has the emotional intelligence that he had. Most of the geniuses.
Because he was breastfed?
Yes, it's
until he was 7.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter. And you guys wouldn't understand because you're not in the conscious community. You're not from Africa or some indigenous cultures that they breastfeed till they're 10, actually, because you can't recreate the formula.
10 years old?
Yes, it's normal. I wouldn't do that.
That's like molestation.
Well, it is what it is. But in many cultures, that is normal. And that's what it is.
Okay. Anyway, let's
Health,
read.
health. He even knows.
No, he's saying it causes health issues.
No.
Has good.
It has good
Oh,
health
good
benefits.
health. Good health.
And for exactly for their emotional and their brain.
Well, that could be. So listen. Instead of sitting there getting upset, explain like Paul just explained. Explain that it does have good benefit.
I said
benefits.
the emotional. And
by the way, we have someone who's in the medical world here.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I think we should get off Janelle's son. I think we should redirect to this.
Please, thank you, Alan.
So you, Janelle, earlier said that you don't think a man can be bi. So could you expand on that and explain why you think that?
I just think that it's different for one main reason. Our sexual organs, our yoni, it's Y-O-N-I for your followers, are different. They're on the inside of our body. Again, having to do with sexual polarity, we are the receivers. We take in the lingam, which
Who's
is
we? Explain
women.
That.
Women
okay.
take in, we receive the lingam, which is Sanskrit word for penis, into our bodies. We're receiving that. So when women decide, oh, they want to explore and they want to go both ways, it's like, okay, it's their anatomy is internal, right? And then they might decide, oh, I like a man or I like both or whatever the case may be. And that's kind of how men are very attracted to that. That's what they like and whatever. But when it comes to a man, it's different. His sexual anatomy, his lingam is external. It's external. It's on the outside of his body. He's the emission. That's the masculine energy. They take their lingam and they emit their seed into a woman or another man in this case. So to me, just from that perspective, when you look at it, it's like, that's a whole different dynamic of if a woman is into a woman, it's like it's a different energy as far as she doesn't have an external genital that's like going inside of her, right? Or going inside for a man, his booty, whatnot. But with a man, that's like you're now taking your emission, that masculine energy, and you're like putting it into another aspect of a man who has that same emissive energy. So I look at it more of a sexual polarity. You need that like that yin and that yang.
How is there sexual polarity with lesbians?
Well, one of them.
We're talking about bi men, though.
Yeah, bi.
Yeah, but she's saying women can be bisexual because of, and then she said men can't because of sexual polarity.
I don't understand that. I want to know why.
I mean, this is just my personal preference or my personal beliefs.
You have a personal beliefs on male sexuality.
It's what we're allowed to have our own beliefs, like Tony said.
No, that's your opinion, though. That's not. You cannot base that.
You asked me what I believe.
Right.
So that's what I'm telling you. It's my opinion.
Okay,
I'm not saying.
So we're back at an opinion. An opinion doesn't mean anything.
I'm not saying scientifically you can say.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Scientifically, we're talking. I was talking scientifically. Scientifically talking.
I don't think.
Why can't you be bisexual?
You can if you want. I'm just saying if a man. It's different if a man sucks eggplant and if a man takes. Yeah, I was never coming from a standpoint of science.
I think
you literally just gave a whole like tantric explanation, though. That's not just your opinion. You think it's backed up by your
polarity. I'm not saying. I was talking about sexual polarity and the reason and the anatomy differences and why my opinion is formed.
But as a sexual therapist, I believe that your opinions aren't really relevant in this therapy, but rather backed with science.
There's nothing to back if someone can
either
be bisexual
ancient or modern science.
Wait, there is something that can back up whether people can be bisexual. Is that they fuck men and women. That makes them bisexual.
That's what I'm saying. An argument for that. I'm saying there's no. I don't think you can say, oh, science says.
I mean, the man is bisexual. The man's bisexual.
If he wants to be that, great. I'm not saying he can't. I'm saying personally.
You did. You said it's not
possible. Oh no.
What happened?
Bro, I can't get an S rank on this fucking mission. That's what happened.
You can't get a what?
I don't know. Hold on.
What did you say? S strike? What is an S strike?
I'm trying to.
Where did I go? Tony, we need you, brother. Dude, Tony seems like the chillest fucking guy ever.
Yeah, her big issue is I think she brought him on expecting him to simp hard for her, and now that he's not, she's like losing her fucking mind. That's why she wanted to leave earlier because
they're back. They're back.
Whoops.
Oh.
Okay, you're good now. We can hear you. Okay, so
First of all, I never expected Tony to simp at all. But I will say, Tony, that some of your
Simp?
they just said that. They said that they
Side, not
no,
simp.
I'm
they
not
said
involved in this. Destiny said it. I didn't say it.
Destiny said,
There's no
I
they.
think
It's
that
just
he thought
Destiny.
that you were going to come on and simp with me.
No, I
never
said
thought
you
that.
thought that. Yeah, that's why you got
I
so
never-
upset
I
when he
never
disagreed
thought
with
that.
you. And you wait, so you wanted to set up a debate with all three of us, and then your plan was to leave after 15 minutes? That was your
First of
initial
all,
plan?
First of all, the reason why I got irate and wanted to leave is because I asked Alex to do something very simple that was important to me to spend. Maybe your time isn't worth it to you, or you don't care about your
But
time,
you're
but I
attacking
do.
him. Okay, can you
No.
talk without attacking? You guys, both.
He just
Both.
said why
For
you were
5 minutes, I
offline.
want to hear both of you guys speak
And I will say
without
that
attacking.
honestly,
Please,
I
please.
will
for the
say-
love
This is
of
like
God.
absurd. I've tagged you in every single video. I just
Not
forgot
you,
to message
Alex.
Destiny.
Not you. I'm not talking about you.
You
You're
said
irrelevant in this person, in this day.
But you just
But-
said the name Alex.
I was saying what you guys were saying about him and I when we were off the thing. I thought it was both of you, but I heard Destiny what he said. So I'm sorry. I thought you were in on that too. I never said he was going to come on and simp with me. Those were his words, not mine. I did bring him on because, in all fairness, you said
First of all, what does simp meet with you mean? What does that mean?
simp.
What
Like,
I was saying was that I think that she initially thought that you were just going to blindly agree with everything she's saying because she's a woman.
No,
or you're a friend.
I agree with common sense.
I
And-
never
and
thought that. Tony is a very you can look at his Instagram.
I'm
You think he
super
agrees
honest.
with
I'm
any
super
woman?
honest.
No, he does whatever the fuck he wants to do. So
I
wrong
do
again.
agree with a lot of women.
I know, but you do what you want to do. You're not going to just agree with
First
me.
of all, I
because we're
love
friends.
women, and I agree. There's a lot of misconception about me. I love a lot of women, and I do.
I
love-
think people know you
I
love a
fucking
lot of
love
women.
a lot of women. I love women. I like women. I f- a lot of women. Doesn't mean I hate a lot of women or anything like that.
Tony, I think we all know that you've a lot of women. I
I
think
know,
that's
I
common
think
sense.
I disagree with a lot of the things women say.
Including your
Because
mom and
I
your
think,
sister. You
including
just said
my
that.
mom and my sister, I disagree because I feel women tend to use emotions
We do.
so fast to become judgmental towards people or say
We
things
do,
that
absolutely.
are wrong.
We absolutely
Okay,
do.
and you do, and that doesn't mean I hate any woman. I love all women. I
But
actually can't live without a fucking
But in all
woman.
fairness,
I
I
need to
felt like
fuck all the
hang on.
time, so I love
Let's-
women.
Tony, when
But
we
I just
spoke-
can't agree with a lot of the shit that a lot of
Perfect.
women say. And I'm not saying
Tony,
you or
Jace,
anybody else.
Jace,
I'm just
hang on.
saying-
Let's let Destiny answer the initial question, which is he was about to say.
Well, hold on.
that
No, I
it-
think she was going to say
Hold
something
on, I
important
was
that she
gonna
felt.
say, when
Yeah.
when
we
you
spoke,
spoke, yes.
when we spoke,
He said he
you
attacked
said,
you.
No. When you and I spoke, and I told
Yes.
some of the points, you said, "Well, I would say this, this."
And
I
and
can't
that's
wait.
true.
And I just feel
So
like
let's
haven't-
go over those, and I
you
will
haven't
say it.
been
I will
as
say it.
Yeah, let's get into
with
those.
him.
Because I haven't heard him say anything to you that was either attacking you. I have not heard
Well,
him say anything.
He did a few times, mostly when
I
you were
wasn't
out
in-
of the room.
Okay,
probably
well, I
on
wasn't in the
purpose.
room. So since I've been on this so far,
And it's
I have
not
not heard him
attacking.
say anything where it was attacking. I heard him make a valid opinion of you that he has the right to believe.
Correct.
I believe you have the right to respond to that in a mature way.
But
okay?
that's not what we're talking
And
about.
I think you are using a lot of emotions right now instead
I
of
am.
sitting there. Well, that's wrong.
I am because I don't.
Well, that's
want-
wrong.
Because these topics are, to me, when you talk about my
You bring
son,
a lot of emotion
and-
out of
and-
you,
and it's just-
and
and
what
I'm-
all you have to do
And
as
I'm
a
on
woman,
my cycle
and listen,
right now,
can you
which
just,
you
that's
can make fun
irrelevant.
of me too. No, I want to tell this because they like making
Oh
fun
my
of
God, I
women,
hear that
especially
from
Dustin.
women all the time, and I hate
No,
it.
make
To be
fun of
clear,
me. I
nothing I've
started my
made fun of you
cycle
about has
today.
none of it
Please
has
make
anything to
fun
do
of
with you
that
being a
too.
woman.
I don't
That's
like-
why we're crazy and emotional. Keep going.
I don't like you as a person. I don't care that you're a woman. That just makes no difference to me. You could be a man saying all the same things, and I would have the exact same opinion.
Okay, guys can't suck eggplant and take an eggplant and be bisexual. They're just gay at that point. It's not science. It's my opinion. Thank you. Now you may proceed with whatever you'd like.
So I, as I was saying to you, I so far have not seen him attack you in any way. I think he made an opinion, and if he has attacked you in the past, you have mentioned some things that were attacked that seemed to be that he was attacking you. And I said to you, if someone attacks you in that way, you need to defend yourself as a woman.
Oh,
as
I
a
just
strong
remembered
woman.
one. I just remembered
Yes,
one.
so let's talk about
Let's
those.
talk about the stuff that you were saying about
Yes.
guys like him who don't have real careers, who sit and they just are online, and a bunch of men want to be them, and so they simp and blah blah blah, and like this is like their claim to
I
fame.
said to you, if someone sits there and attacks you based on things that you are knowledgeable on, knowledgeable on. If you said something knowledgeable and if he attacked your knowledge and you're speaking facts, and if I hear these facts and I agree with you, then you could sit there and attack that person for the type of person that he is, sitting there not being knowledgeable in your field and attacking you.
Yeah.
But so far, I have not heard him say those things yet, where he's attacking you based on him being unknowledgeable of anything. He's so far, and I'm not siding with you or him. I'm siding with just common sense facts. Okay. I think there was some misunderstanding between you two.
There was, absolutely.
I think once you guys clear that up, you guys were pretty much on the same page. I think you're attacking him far more than he's attacking you, from my understanding. I'm not siding with him. I'm not saying I like him as a person. I'm not saying I don't like him as a person. I'm not saying being gay is good or being bisexual is good or bad. I'm not saying any of that.
Well,
he has every right
to
fuck a guy, a girl, whoever the fuck he wants. I might personally think being gay is not right, but that's my opinion. And I'm not here to voice my opinions. My opinions are relevant because we are having a discussion to the masses with a lot of people listening. So our opinions it is what it is. So let's talk maturely.
I just think
between you and him.
Yeah.
And let's you guys had a debate. You said he was attacking you on these debates.
I feel like
if he's attacking you, I will defend you.
You're placating.
Right now, I'm not hearing him attack you. So let's continue your debate with him.
You're placating him. If this was your mom or your sister,
I would do the same.
No. And they were saying that their business is a fraud, or this was.
He said he did not say your business is a fraud.
He thought it was. It seemed that way.
He didn't say. He said based on what he is hearing.
Again,
and we agreed. Hold on, 1 second. Destiny, you did agree with me that it's not correct to listen to somebody making an internet comment about someone that should be a viable right thing to do. You do agree with me on that, or do you not agree?
Yeah, you should be allowed to. Like, if she's making fun of me for being like a fucking YouTuber, that's fair. I think YouTube shit is pretty funny too. And a lot of people that are YouTubers are fucking losers. I'm okay with it. I make fun of them too. Yeah, that's fine.
And he did the same thing about my Daily Mail article, which I found that very condescending. You guys want to point out and say, and again, there's three males here. There's three males.
There is not three males because two of us have not said anything negative towards you. The only person that even remotely made any negative comments was Destiny, and Destiny is also sitting there talking to you correctly, and now you're attacking everyone and anyone that comes in your way, and it's wrong.
Attacking would be.
When you say you guys,
I don't feel that's
you're attacking three
that's
people.
That's a statement. I'm saying one,
that's
two,
not a
three
statement.
men. There's three men. Is there not three men?
No, we're three people.
No,
people.
You guys have
person. Man and woman doesn't is relevant.
Tony, what about the yoni, dude?
This is relevant.
It's three people.
It is relevant though, darling.
Okay, so if it's a black guy and a yellow guy and a yellow bird, like we're gonna talk like that? No, we're not. If a black guy's there, I'm not gonna be racist towards him.
But we have to. You're talking.
But we don't, because we're having a debate.
I don't think that that's how it is. Because when I look at you, I see three. I don't see yonis and boobs. I don't see your lingams either.
Just because he doesn't have tits doesn't mean he's a person. He's a person.
He is a human, but he's also a man, and so are you, and so are him.
So that one right there sucks dick. So what?
Just to be clear, Tony was pointing at Destiny, not me.
Yes. So does that make him like? Come on, you're not. He's a person. He's a person. At the end of the day, he's a person. He has.
You've never been a woman.
I don't care to be a woman.
Okay, let's post the question like this. Janelle. Why the fact that
I think that is such a racist way of thinking.
How's that relevant?
Because it's sexist. It's a sexist. It's a very sexist way of thinking, and you shouldn't think like that.
And when you've been in my decision,
I look at people as people. I personally look at people as people. I don't care what people. I don't care how many he sucked last night before he came here to talk to me. I don't care. We're talking about a discussion, and I'd like to discuss that discussion. What he did last night.
I don't care
how many girls I fucked last night, who I fucked last night is irrelevant.
Okay, and that might be.
And
the
I
case.
think as a therapist, especially as a therapist, and mind you, I got to tell you, I disagree with my sister, and she's a psychologist. Okay,
Well,
so
imagine that.
Well, no, imagine what? Because she went to school, but
Ooh.
still, as a woman, okay, as a woman, she is allowing her emotions as a woman get in her way in her business, and that's wrong. The same thing that I don't like anyone doing. As a therapist, you shouldn't allow that. You should focus on your work. I
am trying to,
but
the
no,
fact
you're
of the
using
matter-
emotions.
But the fact is, the matter is, I'm actually sitting here with 4 men because
The
Paul
poor guy
also-
doesn't even say nothing.
He is a man though, and he's here though.
But so what?
He was actually
Okay, so if we have a debate in a fucking group with 7,000 guys, you're gonna sit there and cry because there's 7,000 guys in a room?
I'm simply pointing out facts that there's 3. Now there's 3 men. 3 men here.
Okay,
debating.
can I point out a fact? There's a light up there.
There is a light up there.
So?
Thankfully, it's highlighting my.
But what does that
strengths
light
versus
have to
my-
do with our conversation?
Because it's making our profiles look much better than.
All right, guys, I
it
need a
was
brick
here.
to hit myself in the
Okay,
head.
okay. I'm gonna ask this question. Okay, so the thing is that Janelle, you're not just stating a fact, you're using it as kind of a point, like, oh, I'm going against like 3 men. Even
That's
though I'm the
how I
Okay,
feel.
so you know what?
That's how
Let's
I
make it
feel.
fair.
That's
Hold
how
on.
I
Okay,
feel.
Can we have
okay,
this
wait,
discussion tomorrow where she brings 4 women?
There
Wait,
you go.
listen. Here's the
That
thought.
way there's no problems. Can we
Hang
do
on,
that, guys?
Sure, but hang on.
And I think at that point, Destiny should bring 3 bisexuals to defend them too.
All right, wait, hang on. Let me
So
just
we
finish.
need 3 bisexuals, 3
Tony!
women,
Let me
3 guys,
Let me finish.
3 gays, 3
Tony
trannies.
Stark. Tony
We
Stark.
should have like a big group thing so that everybody feels equally at equal levels so that we can have a discussion. Is that what's happening tomorrow?
All right, Tony, just let me finish real quick, and then I promise all you. All right, so listen, what I'm saying is that you're using that. It's not that you're stating a fact like, oh, there's 3 men. You're using that as a point of an argument. So my question is, why do you feel the fact that Destiny's a male is relevant to your argument or his argument? That's the question.
Because he was very like you guys said, I was condescending when I talked about community service hours and passing out yoni. I felt it was very condescending of you, which it's interesting how you guys pick your battles. You were defending hypothetical women, but when a woman who went through the things I did in the Daily Mail, he decided to be condescending about that, then he's okay to do that. And that's why I take offense to it, because that was my life, my challenges, my hardships. It sounds too good, like too fucked up to be real. But let me tell you, it was real. And that's why I get emotional, because you have no idea the things that I've had to overcome as a woman to be where I am today, to take care of my son who's biracial, and to make sure he has a better life than I had. So you don't have to read an article about him one day in Daily Mail. That's why I get offended. And that's why it feels like there's 3 men against me, because you guys don't understand what it's like as a woman to go through the things I did. And for him to be so flippant and nonchalant and make light of it is very offensive. And that is why I wanted to leave.
No, do you realize?
Men,
Okay, I don't know if this
as a man, we go through things every day. I walk through coming to work with people throwing knives at me every day, try to backstab me as I walk
And I
away.
know you guys do.
We go through things every day. I don't sit here and come to this conversation and talk about all the guys that try to fuck me today, even though that I'm not gay. That has anything to do with the debates that you guys are having.
He's the one that brought up my Daily Mail article. And
Okay, what did he? Let's talk about that.
I want to get off of me, because Alex just
The
said
debate is about you.
not about my
Well, not
personal-
necessarily.
No,
It's not
it's
necessarily
not
about her
my
personal.
personal history.
No, we're
my
talking about
son.
your okay. Destiny, forget her son, forget
Okay.
everything else.
Like, come
Okay, let's
on.
talk on the focus of the thing. Okay, what is you guys' debate originally stem from? What was the original debate?
I think it had to do with like relationships and male and female dynamics in
Okay,
basically.
so what is it that you believe different than her in that regards? And let's please not insult anyone, just the difference in opinions.
Wait, are you asking me what the difference in opinions are?
Between you and her, or her.
What do you disagree with her on?
Basically the idea that like men and women are so insanely different, and that there needs to be like hierarchies in relationships. That's like on the broadest level. And then there's going to be specific disagreements on anything in there, basically. But that's like on the broadest level. That's what we disagree on.
I think you can also, Destiny, more broadly say what do you disagree with the red pill on, because I think Janelle is pretty close to red pill, so that will also be a source of disagreements.
Yeah, probably. But that's also broadly my disagreements with the red pill too. Yeah.
Right. So let's just I need to go.
On me, I don't even know what a red pill
Yeah,
is.
you
so
gotta
I'm
explain
not
that to him.
really-
I do have to go, unfortunately, because my nanny is tired and she wants to go home. So I gotta go. You guys have
Wait, real
a
quick, just so
great
that we can-
relationship now.
Wait,
you
just so we
guys
can promote.
talk.
I want
How
to.
do I have a good relationship with
promote-
this
You guys
guy?
are homies
Wait, let's
now.
promote.
How
Hold
am
on,
I his
Janelle.
homie?
Janelle, wait. Let's let Janelle promote her stuff.
I
I don't
Janelle,
think he likes me. I
Wait,
don't
let's
suck
let-
dick or
let-
get fucked in the ass. I don't
let's
think
let
I'm
wait.
someone
Let's
he
let. I'll give
likes.
Janelle a chance to promote her stuff. What was the name of your nonprofit
I
or
have
whatever?
2 phones for you, little everyone who wants
okay,
to
2
say
phones.
that I lied. So, all right.
Okay.
So I
Okay,
don't
but
lie.
look what they're saying. They're trying to help you promote your
No.
stuff. Can you
Oh.
like?
Yeah. What
let's
was the name of
promote
your
you.
nonprofit? Yeah, so people can
Yeah,
find it
let's
if they want.
promote. Go for it. This is your moment
It's
here
like a
for
little
you.
too late. TheOFactors.com, that will take you to my retreat page, my intimacy master retreats. If you're interested in my nonprofit, which I know none of you are, you can go to beyondfreedominternational.org. And yeah,
Who's none of you? Oh, so you're talking about us
I'm
three?
talking about their viewers. They're
But
not
if you're
gonna-
talking to their viewers and you're already putting in their head that they're
Because
not
it was
interested,
just so
that doesn't.
like, it's like a pity offer that he gave me.
It's not a.
It's not a pity offer. He just said.
Well, here I'll ask a genuine question. I'm just curious. So one of the things I heard, for instance, was that your nonprofit had failed to file a I think it was a 990 3 years in a row, and it doesn't even have 501c3 status anymore. Is that true?
No, that's absolutely not true. I can
Okay, because you can look that up on the IRS website, and
I
it
know
shows
you
no
can.
990
I still have the
filing.
gold. I can
So it
forward
seems
you
like
my
kind of
gold
a.
seal. I can forward you my
I don't know
gold
what a
seal.
gold seal has to do with anything, but
Well,
you give
it
off
has to do
huge
with the
scammer
fact
vibes, big scammer vibes. That's what I'm feeling.
Okay.
But
Let me finish talking. The gold seal shows that you're an actual nonprofit and that you have transparency. And I've had that for the last 4 years since my nonprofit has been running.
I think the paperwork with the date that shows that it's valid is
Abs-
what do you need, not the gold seal.
Well, the gold seal, yes, is a part of that. That's
But
a
you could
part
have had a gold seal from 20 years ago.
No,
That's
you
what
have
I'm
to
saying.
you have to
Well, from
refile
4
for
years
every
ago.
year. You have
So-
to refile
or
for
did the
gold.
IRS come and take it from you? I'm
No,
sorry.
I have it. I have the gold. What are you talking about? You guys don't even know what you're, unless you have nonprofits, you don't know how they run. But I can definitely, this is just a waste of my time. Like you want to throw stones into glass houses and you don't even
They're asking
understand.
you a question.
And I'm
Why are you
telling
getting
them.
upset?
Because
It does
you
feel
guys
like
are
I'm throwing a
making
stone
fun of
into a
gold
glass house.
seal.
That's true.
You don't even know what a gold seal is or how you get
But
it. You have
so
to.
educate us.
I'm
Don't
trying
get
to do
mad.
it, and he's just sitting
Listen,
there
if
laughing.
people make fun of like some of the products that I sell or do, that I
Because
explain it. Why
I-
are you
I-
getting mad?
Because this is so much more than beyond people laughing. This is about survivors and women that I work with and help. And it's just very frustrating that he's just a white
you're
again,
emotional.
a white
I just
male
want to say, Tony,
laughing at this and at the work I do and helping.
But
these
what is the white male
Oh,
part?
wait.
have to do
I just want to say what Tony is saying is I feel the same way. When people bring me on and they want to like challenge me on like my business or like charity work I've done or campaigns, I
charity
love
work
that.
you've
'Cause
done,
I'll
not
say- I'll
charity
say
work
here-
that you come out of and that you're involved in and that you actively work
Sure.
with.
Yeah. Or
survivors.
campaigns that I've worked on or canvassing things that I've donated to. Yeah, I
Campaigns to
love to
help
talk about it.
poor
I'll talk
white
about that all day because that's the shit. Because I know all my shit. I file my taxes. All that shit is a lot of that is available for
And I
public.
just told you, I said the gold steel standard is something that you have to file for every year. If I didn't have a valid number, it wouldn't work. I wouldn't be able to have the gold seal. So this is like,
Well, Janelle, why do you say as a white male to Destiny? Like what? Like you could totally
because
disagree
he
with
has
this.
white male privilege. And I don't.
If you're calling him a man living in his basement,
What's
he
the
doesn't
privilege?
have a
Well, he
privilege,
does. He streams for a living and puts people down, and that's why people like him because all he does is put people down and just circular arguments.
You think that's only because he's a white man?
I see him as an individual. You might be right. I'm not disagreeing with you. I see him as an individual that is trying to voice his honest opinions, whether they're bad and against people or whether they're things, but they are his honest
And
point
that's
of view.
fine for him to do that. I'm not saying he can't voice his opinion. He is. But when I'm saying when it comes to my life, my son, and women and organizations that I work with,
I think
it's
first
just-
of all,
very
having an
tacky.
argument and involving children
It's just-
are wrong to begin with.
Correct.
So I think you did wrong to him and he did wrong to you.
Well,
Let's talk about that.
Well, that's why I've been trying to move off the topic for a while.
Yeah, that topic should be
I do
moved
think-
on.
I'm just an
These are
easy
not
target,
involved.
and that's
I
why
do think. Wait, hang on. But this is this important question that the
I
chat
think
is
you
asking.
make yourself
Why-
an easy target.
Wait, hang
because
on.
of the things
Janelle, like
you
I understand
are-
that
the
you're
way
not
you
happy
think.
with Destiny's criticism, but my question is, why include the part about him being a white male? Like he could be a black male and he could still give the
it's
same
relevant.
criticism.
If you read the Daily Mail article, you would understand.
So it's relevant.
Wait, I read the
to
Daily Mail. I go, what does that have to do with being a white male? What?
everything. And if you need me
Oh,
to
well, fuck
unpack
me,
this
my
for you,
bad.
then
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and unpack
Well, why?
it. That's what he said.
Imagine having a job where you're a therapist and then saying, "Do I need to unpack this for you?" Isn't that what you do professionally?
Because the clients
you
that
be
I
the
work
best
with
person
want
in this room to unpack
you think that
anything?
you're the smartest and that you have everything put together and that
I
your
am
ways
the
are the only
smartest.
way.
I do have it all. Thank you. I like to hear that.
But you know nothing about Destiny. He came from poverty. He had
No, I didn't. I'm in my mom's basement right now.
Okay, but no, like let's be real. Like,
Mom, can I get some chicken
care
tender,
that someone is
please?
that inhumane
He
and
wasn't
that-
born into money.
It's just all very it's just
My name is
sad.
actually
Sad.
Stephen Rothschild.
Can you
It's
explain
Oh,
that?
come on,
They
Destiny,
make
be
fun
real
of
for a
my
second.
story and the work I do and the
He
organization.
doesn't believe your story. He's not making fun of
I
it. He
don't-
just doesn't believe it.
I don't care. That the point is there's
That's
a
his
lot
opinion.
of there's a lot of women
So
out
defend
there
yourself.
that have benefited from my work. I've worked with organizations
Hundreds of
like Strikeout.
thousands.
No, I'm talking about my nonprofit, Strikeout Slavery, which is run by Albert and Deidre Poolholes.
You guys ended slavery too. Holy shit.
It is. Human trafficking is slavery, darling. See, this is what I'm talking about, laughing. And the fact that you're not doing anything and you have a daughter and a wife, this ex-wife is sad to me.
I don't care about him laughing because I don't value his opinions.
Slave, like, I'm going to walk out with Paul.
Why
Why
would I value
why
others?
did you shame Tony for having a different
His
opinion?
opinions are relevant.
Okay. I'll text you
I
later.
mean-
I'm going to go.
Tell Paul I said bye.
I don't know. I don't know why she's trying to shame Tony for having.
I don't understand why you guys are getting mad over opinions. I mean, hey, I'm a fucking dick. Go ahead, have an opinion about me. I don't care.
No, you actually seem like a super nice guy. Honestly, at least from this interaction. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why she's like pissed at you for like just being
I
honest
don't
and
know
having your
why
opinion.
she's mad at me because I don't know what I did, but
You have a daughter.
Nah, you're good, man. You didn't do it. You didn't do anything. I think you were fair. You were reasonable.
I have a daughter, but I don't. My daughter has nothing to do with me. Why do you even bringing up my daughter?
Ooh.
About women being enslaved sexually, and he thinks it's funny, and he's making light of it. And I
No,
don't
he
think
doesn't.
He's not. He's laughing. Okay, hold on. Let me answer that. He's laughing about your nonprofit organization, not the fact that people get. He doesn't believe you with your stories, not other people's stories. Am I right or wrong? Can someone say yes or no?
Yeah.
You're
That's
right.
right.
You're right, Tony. You're 100%.
Huh?
No,
You're 100%
Am I right or
right.
wrong?
You're right.
Okay.
that's not what I said. Strikeout Slavery isn't my organization. It's Albert and Deidre Poolhouse organization.
But you involved yourself in
He
it.
laughed about that. That's a legitimate. They have a huge.
But you
nonprofit
said
that
I'm
works with
involved
women.
in that. He was laughing
He
about
said
your
slavery.
involvement, not.
No, he said
Did Tony Robbins
Am I
invest
right
in
or
that
wrong?
one too?
He said slavery. I'm not going to continue this. This is stupid.
Am I right or wrong, guys? Were you?
No,
were
you're
you
100% right. Like,
Or you, I don't think you disagree with the slavery part and trafficking part. I think you do believe that, right?
Yeah, of course, obviously.
Of
yeah.
course. Okay, but you just don't believe what she's saying.
I don't
About
think
her
I believe almost
involvement.
anything about what she's saying.
Her involvement.
I just don't want to know what her babysitter meant when she said son.
What is a son?
I don't know. When she asked the babysitter, she was like, "Do you watch my son?" And then she was like, "Your son."
Let's not get into her kid. Let's just like.
All right, guys.
Okay,
Listen,
let's
I
not
need to
her
go
kid.
get some tea and a big block to hit myself in the head with. So in the meantime, you guys have fun. I mean, I think all three of you guys are great people. I love all you guys. More power to you. What you do, Destiny. By the way, just so you know, my son's a gamer. He's 5 years old. He plays Fortnite. One of the reasons that if you could maybe play with him, I would fucking appreciate that. He loves Fortnite. He thinks he's a pro. Although he's 5 years old, he kicks my ass.
Yeah.
And I will never devalue what you do for a living as a gamer and where you live or anything like that. I've never done that to anyone. And, I'm happy you have a successful show. I'm happy you guys all are doing good. And, my hat's off to anyone that's successful in anything they do, whether it's, in a business or personally in any other way. So
Yeah,
with
Tony,
that said,
I appreciate you coming on. It was good to connect. I would love to at some point, if you're open to it, do a regular podcast and ask you about your lifestyle and business and whatnot. I'll hit
you're
you
more
up.
than welcome to call me anytime you want. You guys have my information, and we'll go.
I have your Instagram, but I'll DM you.
So which one do you have? I have 2 Instagrams. I have a personal one, and I have
what's the personal one?
I have the lunatic_living.
Yeah, that's the
and
one
then
I
I
have.
have the Tony Touni.
Okay, I'll find that one. I'll send you a message. But yeah, thanks for coming up.
And I
Appreciate
don't care to be tagged. I don't care for anything, man. By all means, I'm here to help you guys. You guys need any help? Call me anytime you want. And
sure.
Destiny. See you
wait,
later.
Tony, I'm just curious. Where do you live? Do you say what city or is that private?
I'm in Beverly Hills.
Oh, sick. Okay, gotcha. All
Yeah,
right, cool.
West Hollywood, Beverly Hills area.
Gotcha.
Cool.
All right.
Where are you guys? Where are you?
We're both in Miami.
Miami. Nice. I had a condo at the Paramount for just a short time and left, but that's it.
Yeah, the Paramount is fancy as fuck.
I had the penthouse there. So, anyways, you guys have fun, and I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, have a good one, man.
All right, you too. Bye bye.
Dude.
You understand what I said happened is what happened, right?
What do you mean?
She thought Tony was gonna 100% take.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Dude, the funny thing is she's like acting like I like push her to this debate. She messaged me saying, "Hey, my friend Tony wants to come on debate Destiny. Can you set it up?" I'm like, "Sure, yeah, that seems like good content." So like she wanted this debate, but yeah, I think she thought that he was.
What happened? Yeah, what happened was she told him, they were probably talking privately, and what she probably told him was, I was talking to this online gamer guy, and all he was doing was making personal attacks on me and making fun of me and making fun of my kid, even though he has no life experience and he just like sits and plays games all day. And when Tony heard that, Tony was probably saying like, oh, well, if I was in there, yeah, I would definitely attack this guy. I wouldn't let him say these things about you. And that was probably the extent to what he heard. And then when he came on and it wasn't exactly like that, obviously things changed pretty quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, but I respect the fact that he like kept it real. He didn't just take her side like I think some men would do. They would just be like, oh, okay, whatever, hot girl, take her side. But yeah, he kept it real. I think he disagreed with her way more than he disagreed with you. In fact, I don't think you guys disagreed about anything. I think you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna be totally honest. He was definitely not right when he was saying like, I don't think Destiny's insulted you at all. I was definitely insulting her, but I didn't want to stop his cook. So yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. There's 2 things she said that were kind of that I noticed. Number one is that she kept saying "you guys" as if I'm involved in the debate. I explained to her like 10 times, I'm the moderator. I'm not involved in this debate. I'm moderating. She's like, okay, God. And then like 2 minutes later, like, but you guys, 3 white men. I'm like, I'm the moderator. And number 2, she kept leaning into the whole like white man thing so hard. Like that's like the crucial part for arguments. Like, what does the fuck does that do with anything?
Everybody loves Everybody loves identity politics when they can play the cards. Everybody likes it. Everybody does it. Conservatives, progressives, everybody. Yeah.
It's ultra lame though. Like I think this is like the lamest shit you can do. It's like when you have no argument, you're just gonna say like, imagine if it was flipped. Like, oh well, that's a blood. Like it would never work in the other direction. But yeah, dude, I thought it was good content.
She definitely talks like a scammer. Okay, I don't know if you noticed that. That whole Tony Robbins invest shit, that was just one of like 5 different things she says when she talks about scamming. Like, yeah.
Yeah, the investment thing was really weird because she used the word investment in a way that no one else, he loses it. She's basically like, he gave me some free tickets. But most people think of investment as like, he donated money to my company, right? But just because he gave you some free tickets, like that doesn't mean he's investing in you. So yeah, there's definitely something that felt off. And I don't know also how she's a therapist, but she gets so like emotionally reactive.
Well, because she's not a real therapist. She's not like licensed. She doesn't have a degree or anything, right? She's probably just a sex therapist. She's not an actual therapist. But my guess is, if I had to guess, just based on my time in California, my time with scammers, my parents are Amway, she probably hosts quote unquote retreats that a bunch of rich people or kind of like woo-woo women hear about to unlock their sexual energies. And then they go there, maybe people with like relationship issues, and then they attend the fucking retreat bullshit. There's like 100 of them that pay like $500 to go to eat some food and have some sex. And that's probably it. That's my guess is what she probably does. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, another thing that I noticed, I mean, I didn't want to say it because I'm the moderator, but she kind of like indirectly or even semi-directly promotes like a sugar baby lifestyle where it's like, oh, as a woman, you don't want to give away your body for free. You need to basically get resources in exchange, right? It's like this, like, I see this all the time in Miami and LA. It's like, do you pick up on that? Like the kind of like underlying sugar baby mindset?
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, that's pretty red pill. It's just red pill stuff. Yeah. Because red pillers would say that a woman's job is to secure resources and shit, right? With her pussy.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but I've never seen it like that explicit, or at least from a female red pillar. I don't even know what the that means.